Hola, cariños. Sorry, that took like a hot second. I went live, and then I was like, oh, you know what I need? I need water, and I also need some snacks. And my snacks didn't turn into like, oh, you know what? I actually need dinner, because I might finish stream by like 11 p.m. And I was like, oh, the cat has to eat too. And then she's got her toy stuck behind the sofa. Became an adventure of side quests. And I was like, oop. Welcome in, Ami. Welcome in, Cliff. Welcome in, Vice. That's my fiance right there. Welcome in, Marcus. Welcome in, Rabbit. Hope you're all doing well today. You know, I meant to be here 6 minutes ago, but we progressed. But welcome to Before Your Eyes. Oh, that's right. I did put on my schedule that I was streaming twice. You might have gotten confused because, like, I was originally gonna play this game at 4 p.m., but by 4 p.m. I felt like I did a lot in the day, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take some time, and me and Vice were playing some games, and then we watched some anime, and then I was like, all right, I'm ready now. Didn't know you had an opening transition. That's what I call satisfying. Oh, thank you. I forgot. I'm bad with names, so I forgot honestly who made the transition. But it's been pretty cool. Yeah, a lot to think about today. I feel like it was just that kind of morning. I felt like I woke up, I was reading the first 4 chapters of John. I've got this Bible. I have many Bibles now. It's the NIV one, or it is a NIV translation. It's called the Jesus Bible, and it goes more in depth about how you can see Jesus in all books of the Bible and give some more insight and stuff. So I really liked it. It was really cool. Really good, really cool. I felt like the last chapter I read was kind of on par to what I was kind of like talking about on Twitter and in Discord. I'm not on Twitter that much, so I don't know what's happening, but I just had my own 2 cents about what I heard was happening. That I only had 1 weekend day scheduled for some reason. I used to have just like mostly Bible studies, but now that I've kind of like getting things back into gear, we have 2 streams for the weekend. Woo! Probably not for next weekend, because next week's gonna be kind of crazy, kind of funky. Mostly because I have a lot of work stuff to do. And also an event on Saturday. And it is also Holy Week. Many things are happening. Hello, Raquel. Welcome. Hope you're doing well today. Okay, I made sure not to click use eye detection. Resume. Woo! This is a game about blinking. Sick. Definitely have a better understanding of myself with everything. Took a walk and felt great. That's good, Rabbit. I'm glad to hear. Also, how's the game sounding? Does it sound okay? Do you feel the aura in your ears? Speaking of Bible reading, what order would you recommend for one who is reading for the first time? I have heard Matthew or John, but always like getting different opinions. I've heard a lot about like usually Romans, James, John especially. What else would be good? What else should we recommend in chat? Cariños. Also, I'm gonna eat a little bit of my taco. Oh my goodness, this taco is cold! I can't believe this! I air fried them and everything. And it's cold. I guess I just gotta... I don't know what I did wrong. I put it at 375. I flipped them over. YouTube ping didn't go off on Discord, only Twitch. Oh, that's weird. So strange. I feel like Restream Bot, honestly, is freaking out. Or maybe Sapphire's freaking out. Hold on. Let me put my tacos in for a minute. My tacos! Why? I air fried them and everything. Why? I started with John. It's up to you. I think I also started with John. I read all the Gospels one after the other on a plane. Or maybe I read them. Because I got this tiny New Testament Bible. Oh, ooh, nope. Return to game. See every time you blink. I don't have it connected to camera because I have to look at chat and everything, so I felt like it would ruin the experience. I heard the reasoning was because if you understand Jesus and his story, and by extension the entire New Testament, you can get a better appreciation for the Old Testament prophecies, among other reasons. Oh yeah, that's true. A lot of people have recommended, when I was first going through my walk, it's like reading the New Testament, understanding who Jesus is, why he died for your sins, and then you get to see the semblance and traces of him in Old Testament, which is pretty cool. The game will notice. See how this works? So my left mouse click is a blink. Make sure your face is lit in your eyes. Oh! When you see a metronome and blink, you'll jump forward. Oh, well. Jumping. Keep blinking. I probably should also just be standing in water. This is getting weird. Oh, hey. It's a bad time to say I don't know how to swim. Oh, I'm on a boat. Wait, no, what? Whoa.
It's mine.
They talk already. Hi, Jimmy. Welcome, man. I hope we're doing well today.
Well, hello there, stranger.
Whoa, hello.
You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you?
Thank you. I do radiate a lot of hope.
Sadly, you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with, nose to look down with.
I knew this day would come. I'm reincarnated as a slime.
See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you. If that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here. Ooh, look at that.
I can blink.
Blinking genius.
We're a blinking genius, chat.
I knew you were special. You see all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them.
Oh.
I chose you.
We have one blinking eye.
See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch. That's a better word.
He's a Thesaurus.
Ah. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up.
Oh. That's me.
Now you see that tower out there?
Whoa.
That scary one? That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper. To be judged. I'm gonna present your case. Tell her the whole story of your entire life, from proud to stern. If she's impressed, I get paid the Bitcoin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city.
Hold on, I gotta pause really quick. I didn't know this game was... I saw it was overwhelmingly positive. I also had to fix Twitch chat really quick, because you are very small. There we go. Oh, also forgot that I have tacos in the microwave. But when I was reading up on it, I think we are on our quest to the afterlife. So I thought, like, oh, okay, it'd be cool to see how this game unravels and bring scripture into it. That'd be cool. Let's see. Heard one streamer talk about how the first part of Enoch. Wait. Much prophecies about Jesus, but there's still a mess of it being apocrypha. I feel like apocalyptic stuff always freak people out. Hi, welcome, man. I hope we're doing well today. Also, gun-butted Chibi and punching the enemies of the image of God. Right, if you read the Apocrypha, was a good idea, but I honestly don't know. Oh, is that like a whole different separate book? I thought we were talking about like apocalyptic stuff. Too apocalyptic. Okay. Well, let me grab my tacos really quick. My poor tacos. If we're going on a journey, might as well have some food. Getting lactose milk because there's cheese in my tacos. Hum. Oh, okay, non-canon. Okay. I was very confused for a second. Okay.
If she ain't, well, I ate Cinco for dinner again, and you. We don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me.
Oh.
Oh, shut up, trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts.
Oh, it looks like they did make it.
Unsatisfactory. Clock watchers. I got some words for you.
He's a cat man barking at birds. Oh, maybe he's a wolf, actually. Excuse my unsightly manner.
So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning. The first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there. But understand,
Oh boy.
no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, alright?
Makes sense.
Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this
Whoa.
thing works. Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Don't be afraid. Don't try to fight it.
Okay.
The thing to remember about blinking is, well, it's only a matter of time.
All right.
I'm touched you enjoy my company.
I was like, all right, bye, Wolfman.
Try to enjoy it this time.
Oh, I see. I've heard of it, but I wasn't like entirely sure. It was one of those things where I think people debate about it too. They're like, why don't we read these ones?
Look at that sun.
Oh, yeah, you can repeat
We've
things.
got a long, beautiful day ahead of us.
Who's seeing this? This is my wife? Not wife?
Why are you smiling like that?
Oh, that's nice.
You must really like it out here, huh? Well, I get
Wow.
that. I like it too.
This is nice and peaceful. I feel like sometimes life gets so busy and people are always on their phones and trying to take pictures or looking for that hit of dopamine. But honestly, God's creation of the world, when you really get to sit in it and stuff, truly, truly you get to be like, wow. And you can see why God was like, and this is good. Look at this. It's so peaceful. Don't mind me eating a taco at this peaceful moment. Oh. Oh. Wow, that's cool. Oh, the paper went away. I don't have hands to catch them. Dang. The streamer I was watching said they didn't include Enoch in the Torah for likely the same reason.
Seashells, what do you say?
Can I move? Oh, I can only blink. Wow, imagine getting to relive your life, but you can't move or
See
anything.
that big spiky plant over there?
Plant? Oh.
That's called Nagave. 11 years from now, that plant will die so it can give birth to this tall, amazing tree covered in flowers.
That's cool.
We'll have to keep our eyes on that one.
11 years. That's awesome. Wow. Easter's around the corner, am I right? It is on the 20th. A good time to go visit your local church or a church. Even online church. Did we put sunglasses on a coconut? Oh, this is nice. Wow.
Day really slipped away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess.
It was funny before we.
Where's the first page of my piece?
Oh, is it
Can't
over?
find it anywhere.
The seagull has it. No, Lady, look, the seagull. The seagull stole her music. Dang. Mel dropping us wisdom to stop and smell the roses in the gaming stream. Lesson as old as time, but a based one. Gotta love it. Yeah, I feel like sometimes life does rush so fast. That's why I'm like, every morning, there's time that God has given back to me. Or not even given back to me, given me as a gift. There's no guarantee that tomorrow will happen. We never know when Jesus will return either. That's why the present is the present, as they say. It's nice. I'm sorry your page got stolen by a seagull, but in 10 years from now, we'll get to laugh about it.
Hey, go ahead, kid.
Oh.
Look at that. There's your little hand.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
My name is
Great
Benny.
idea. Really needs something to see if it grows.
Aww. It's cute.
Man, the zoom on this thing is fantastic.
People are like, wow, technology.
Those are deep. Alright.
The moon looks great tonight. Oh, is it pink? I saw something earlier about the moon becoming a different color or something like that.
What does that mean?
It's like a wonderful life where you can be in your past, but you can't change or interact with it. Yeah, sometimes people, something I've been reflecting on that I saw some people talking about. It's like sometimes the things that you prayed for in the past, you're complaining about in the future until you really reflect. Like, hey, I'm so grateful that this happened. I didn't know what was going to happen when that did happen, but now I do get to see the results. Whoa.
Oh, you want to play along with mommy, don't you?
Oh, we were a toddler in on the sunset.
Better than me soon enough.
Aw, that's cute. Oh yes, I think it's just Sapphire broke on the YouTube end, unfortunately, because I did see Twitch ping, but I didn't see Discord ping. But it's not supposed to ping me for Twitch, so it might just be a Sapphire issue that I'll have to fix. Thank you, Marcus. Oh no, bathtub. Ah.
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
My dad brushed his
Oh,
teeth.
Sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
Did you even read it?
Music.
That's very specific.
I also like the person playing it.
Yeah. I'm worried
Uh-oh. Are my parents going to divorce? Also, you should probably keep an eye on me so I don't drown in the bathtub.
Look at his little face.
Me?
What do you think he's thinking about?
Boats. Wow, that's cool moving it.
Problems in the universe.
I'm thinking at the age of 2, I am thinking about the problems of the universe.
I don't see why not. I mean,
Whee.
you're both pretty smart.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's one of you. Necessarily.
You're right.
Whee. Our dad is stressing out, sir. I can't even see you.
It doesn't really matter, I guess. Whether he's smart or not. As long as he's happy.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, yeah, I mean, course. But I still think he's going to be smart. I can just tell.
Thank you, I'm big brain. That was good. I like to end off on that note. I was afraid they were going to start bickering.
No, it's not derivative.
Uh-oh.
At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you? Right. No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay,
Oh.
I understand.
We learn from our past, but we aren't defined by it? Exactly.
It really means a lot.
We learn a lot from it. Our poor mom. I wonder what's happening. She like applied to like music school? Music something? So you have a child watching you shower? That's not the best example. Yeah, exactly. You also like not paying attention.
Oh, that's sure a little mess of color.
Yeah, it's a boat. Thank you. Throw? You want me to throw it?
You know, if you keep working at it, one day you'll be able to paint exactly what's in your head. You'll be a real artist.
Me visualizing a boat. Me at the wee age of 1. Boat. I wonder what would happen if you would throw it. I felt like it would have been mean if I threw it. Then my mom would be like, why did you throw it? Then the paint scatters everywhere. She's already stressed out. Scrapbook. Wow, baby grand piano.
See? It used to be my piano.
That me?
My dad gave it to me. He loved music.
Oh, wait, no, that's my mom.
Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it.
Wow.
God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first.
Hybrid, Georgia.
I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He
Aw.
was what you might call the strong, silent type.
Usually men are the strong silent type. If you want another sibling game of Appreciate Life, but set in the afterlife, I recommend Spiritfarer. I actually have that game, and we're gonna play it at some point too.
Can you believe I grew up in the snow? And I came all the way out here to the beach.
Oh
I don't
wow!
even know how I got here. My dad got his job, and I just came with him.
Oh, I
In a
see.
suitcase.
Aw, we have a little bunny.
Hey, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
Oh, what is
I
it?
just don't want him to get attached.
What is it? Is it a kitty? Oh my goodness!
We can't keep him. Can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
No.
Oh,
Find something to do. But, while he's here, I say we call him Ernie.
Ernie the
Little Ernie.
kitty.
That's him, doesn't it?
Oh, he's so cute.
He's so sweet. I think someone likes his new cat.
Richard,
What?
his cat.
Yeah, I just mean, for now. Of course, right.
Right. I believe that. I know where this is going.
For now, honey.
Aw, she's allergic, and she's like kind of sad about it.
Another thing I'll just say quickly. You build up a resistance to allergies over time. So what you're allergic to now, like that's why an allergy shot can give you what you're allergic to. So he's like,
Father, why aren't you
shot
listening to
full of
mother's
love with one
needs?
eye. Just consider it.
I just know. One for now. Hello.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah, it's not really good. Main kind of game is horror. It's not like specifically my main kind of game. I just I play a lot of horror, action type games, but I have like a variety of games too. Hey, look, cute kitty. Hello. Did you sneeze on me? Oh, my mom is sneezing.
C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Aw. Cereal, welcome in. I hope you're doing well today.
Like you
Spoopy.
just want to jump up and down?
Pew doo doo.
You remember how
Welcome
to
in.
play
I hope
that
you're doing
one?
well today. Need markable plushies of this kitty. I know. Look how kawaii it is. Do do
Very
do.
good. Just one note different. That one sounds sad, doesn't it?
Oh.
Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels.
Oh, our poor mom. She's like allergic to this cat.
Friend on the piano there.
Yeah, my little guy. His name's Ernie. Howdy diddly do. Howdy doody, buckarooty.
She was in grad school studying composition.
It's her dad's POV.
I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up.
Oh, he prayed to God, that's nice. Richard Bryan. I'm cheaper than higher movers. Trust me. What a pickup line. Hey girl, want my number? I'm cheaper than hiring movers. Oh, instructor. What?
I think she liked that I was a professor.
Oh, it's because she's a PhD.
Gravitas in her eyes, which I very quickly lost.
Aw. Sometimes it's really heartbreaking that couples lose their spark and they're just like, how did that happen? Kind of thing. It's like, what happened? What went wrong? Usually communication is the biggest aspect why people fall out of love.
God, she dragged me to so many places. It was wonderful. Where would you want to go if you could only go to one?
Greece? Oh! Where do we want to see, chat? Do you want to see Greece or do we want to see Egypt? Got Egypt. It's nice though. Greece. You can see a cross back there. You see several crosses. Both are cool. Both are cool indeed. I guess we'll just go Greece? Okay, we'll go Greece.
Well, just remember to put on sunscreen. Man,
Unless you like Sandmore.
fortunate teams, didn't I? Luckily, Mom gave me some good ones. So, let's hope they balance each other out.
Story time. Story time. Oh. What? That was it? Dang. I thought we were gonna have Grease flashbacks. Even though we were never there. Oh no, our mom's not the keyboard. Where's Ernie? Where's my kitty? Oh, I'm making my way. I mean, it'd be super sad if, like, somehow our mom died from allergic reaction or something. Oh.
Wait, is that? That's my piece.
Thank God she's
I didn't know
alive.
how to play that. Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean,
Oops, I ended up skipping forward. My bad. I thought that was a bomb. It's like, why is there a bomb in front of Ernie? It doesn't make any sense. I like how the actors in this game don't even sound like they're acting. They're just normal people having normal conversations, the parents especially. Yeah, it kind of makes it feel so, like, that's the power of voice acting.
oh God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him.
Me in the morning sometimes. Don't worry, Katie. I got you. Scribbles. Let me draw you on this piece of paper. Ba-dum.
Worry, I already did.
For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Focus on the interview, honey. I got this.
Aw, that's nice. Oh. Okay. Good dad. Doing great.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table.
Ernie's bigger now.
Be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are fine.
Oh wow, my drawing skills have improved as well. Ernie, why'd you pee on the table? That's just how cats be. Patricia would literally be sleeping, and I'd be like, "You're so kawaii," and then she like, I'll have this moment where like, "Oh, I'm so glad to have you," and then she'll wake up and bite into my leg, and I'll be like, "Why would you ruin this moment? Why would you do this, Ernie? Why did you have to pee?" Now the pee is disintegrated into the table. I don't know how I want to tell Mom about that.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Whoa,
Why not? You're a working woman now.
working
Yes,
woman.
that's true.
Go to your head. Yeah.
L. Stevens, corporate accountant.
Let Cat know. It's time to use the litter box, though.
Baby steps. He's got one eye.
Oh, he's had trouble peeing. Oh, it's my dad. Dabasa. The Real Hardship. I wonder if that's an actual book. Look, there's my hands. I must be 5 years old by now. That's kind of crazy because I definitely thought I was a lot older. But kids do advance. And my mom, I can't see her.
This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit. You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone.
Wow. Welcome home, Dad. I forgot that the father is very musically talented. My cats especially have a really bad habit of doing their business where they shouldn't, especially in my room, and I hate that because I want my room to be a place for all the animals in the house. Oh, ma'am, have you tried using like the kind of litter that has like specific stuff in it for them to like attract them to there?
So I asked him,
Ooh.
what about your children? Thinking I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose.
I
If
suppose.
you made a work of genius, I could live on to that as well. I haven't seen him in over 10 years. Can you believe that?
Where are these little
I don't
boxes
really
here?
recognize him.
Oh, I guess because she moved away from home. Hello. I am 5 years old. I probably can't reach that. Oh, maybe I can. Hello. Oh, I am making my way. I feel like I'm floating. Don't worry, we got this. My legs may be very small. Oh, well, it's getting dark now. I can't see it anymore. Well. Did Grandpa P not make it?
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
Okay.
Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. You're off.
Oh no.
You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
Oops. That kind of sucks when parents like you join something that they like, but then they get a little like bossy about it. Oh, we can't play it anymore. No. Yeah, exactly. How dare this child not be perfect?
Firm grip on it. Just
Ernie! Don't worry, Ernie, I got you.
like that. Oh my. Well, I don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, Patricia gets freaked out when I print out Polaroids.
Photograph you.
Whoa.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? I mean, that
Aw.
may be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by how much it changes.
Okay. Welcome to Outdoor Adventures with Melinda, aka Billy of 5 years old. We have Mr. Placehart in an accident, or maybe he's in surgery right now. Who's to say? Oh, now it's the whole backyard. It seems our family is pushing really hard for us to become a musical prodigy. I wonder if that's stemming from like pressure from her like father or something. He comes to visit and he shows magical talent. Oh no, Ernie's lost! What? No! Oh no, that makes me IRL sad. No, Ernie! How did this happen? For sale? Is that my house?
Ernie, buddy,
Ernie!
Ernie.
Ernie, we need you!
God, Elle, what if you got eaten by a coyote?
My sinuses would turn dead.
What did you just say?
No, I said I'm really worried.
Did my mom never like
God, buddy,
take medicine?
too.
I know, sweetie.
Oh no, Ernie!
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
Good. Ernie's boy.
And you're sure about that?
Ernie! You're either fat or pregnant.
Uh-huh. And that was based on...
Ernelia.
Say that one more time to me.
Pee hole distance from the butt. If it's further away or something,
Pee hole
then it's
distance.
one or the other.
Man, if Ernie was actually like missing, I would have cried on stream. I'm sensitive.
Well, what are we talking about then?
Ernie. Ernelia now.
Still not understanding how you let this happen.
Hey, think about it. It just happened.
You just happened to find a stray cat in the alley, but keep it even though I hate cats. And
Aw,
now it
me.
just happens to pop out 5 more.
We don't really keep all the cats.
Realize you hated cats.
For a professor of science and symbols, you're really bad at reading them.
Okay, that's funny. That's really witty.
They should have just communicated.
Benny. And I'm happy about that. I really can't have 5 cats around the house. It's just not sustainable.
Put them outside or something.
Aw.
My mom's-
Ernie, what did you do?
He keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the sky red.
What's wrong with that?
Maybe you're holding it upside down.
No, are you kidding? I love it. Are you able to pick up the new book?
Whoa. I'm trying to like hear what they're saying. It's kind of muffled by the door. We're in our dinosaurs phase. Visit Australia, my favorite dinosaur place. Oh. Oh, this is it. When I come to sneak to the fridge, get some bologna. It's something I actually did as a kid. Am I walking somewhere? I feel like we're progressing in the darkness, but I usually blink to have us move along. Where are we going? Am I sleepwalking? Kind of eerie. The Catalans make me feel things I never thought I would from this game. I know. Why would you do this, game? Why would you do this? I'm gonna cry into my taco. All right, let's go. We're making our way to the closet. In the eerie darkness, I have no fear. I don't even know how old we are anymore. Oh, I guess I could have checked from the fridge. Mayhaps. Hello. That's it. We can only walk up to here. That's it?
I know, it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex, but just take it one day at a time. Trust me.
This is hard. Playing real piano is hard too. It's Halloween now. Oh, it's October. Doesn't say the year, so I can't keep track.
Really getting there, honey? Next week we'll start working on your other hand.
I've only been doing it one-handed for this long. Clavier stuck. Someone should unstuck clavier.
Listen to him, Richard. I've been listening to him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Nah, Not if you win.
Well, I mean, that's one way of perceiving it. Whoops, I clicked.
Two brackets on each side.
Man, my parents have been working so hard they can only afford one outfit.
Two washers.
Oh, they framed my hands.
So that means we need 8 washers. We have.
Building after IKEA furniture.
Where the hell are the washers?
Am I taller now? Papa.
Chris said find the 0, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
I mean, he's not wrong. Oh, my full name is Benjamin. That was just Benny the whole time. Find the 0. It's right here. Silly, silly. Oh, that's it. We just look at the fridge. Perfect. Oh, I think the fridge changed, actually. I didn't pay enough attention. We got a new fridge and a giant soda. No, I'm not. I'm just using my mouse. You can connect it to your camera, but every time you blink, the story moves on, whether you like it or not. But I feel like I blink a lot, so I feel like the game would just end. Oh, it's newly colored. Cool. Little metronome. My dinosaur room is still dinosaured.
I want that box full by the time I come in there.
Aww.
I don't use it anymore. We're getting rid of it.
Cries. I feel like parents should reform it of like, you know, do you really exhausted like having like if you want new toys, at least for some of my parent friends, they usually explain to their children like if you want a new toy, then let's think about what old toys you don't play with so we can donate to other kids so they can have a new toy. Well, you get a new toy and it's just like a nice cycle of like you get a new toy to play with and then something you don't like play with or love anymore gets love in a new home. I was like, that's nice. When parents are just like, get rid of stuff. I'm like, you gotta explain to me why.
Congratulations, B! First of many, I'd assume.
Looks like our first competition went so well, my mother was like, let's do it 2 more times. I gave up my dino toys for this. Oh, now I'm liking surfing and piano, wrestling. Can't wait for my anime figures to show up on the wall.
This isn't my house. It's not my house.
Looks like we got a neighbor. Oh, they're moving in. Aw. Bird. Moving is hard. I think as a kid, I only moved at least once. Trying to think. We moved in 1st grade, and then I stayed in my same high school, or same school line since then. My brother had to move, I think, twice. He had to go to a different school because of bus routes changed.
Fall back, you fool.
My neighbor is a Junibio. We're getting along just great. Hi, King Julian. Welcome in. I hope we're doing well today.
Maybe if you actually got me a playscape, I'd want to play inside. You're not fair.
Dad, if you just got me a game, I would play. I would stay inside.
Hey, you. Yeah, you.
That's me.
Over here. Yes, Mr. Camera Boy. I'm talking to you.
Oh, is it a girl? Oh, we're moving. Whoa. Do you too like anime? All right, Benny, don't mess up.
Out here taking photos. You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
I think I got it. It's like all blurry.
Oh shoot, I think I gotta go. But try to take a photo of me running into my house. I'm pretty fast, so I don't think you'll be able to. But you can try. What the hell? How did you do that?
To be fair, she like molded into darkness. So we're like like, hey, can we see? She's like, she's gonna be like later tomorrow. She'll be like, hey, you cameraman, can we see the photo? And it's just her. There's a blob of darkness. All right, Benny, you played it cool.
Quiet, everyone.
Oh boy,
About to play for us.
it's a lot of pressure. All of a sudden.
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raised a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
Oh, she also gave up her dreams.
Right? Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Rich?
Oh man, I clicked it. Dang it.
Class is World History. My name is Mr. Isaac.
We're in school now.
We broken up in
Hey, you.
Is that Flo?
Look on your desk. I wrote you something.
Dear weird neighbor kid. Great. We're in the same class. What a coincidence. Please keep in mind that we're at school. We don't know each other. Don't talk to me ever. Love, Chloe.
I want
Dang.
each of you to write it down. Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space.
Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Wrote in the middle of a page. Sounds about right.
Now I will go on to the next slide. Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
She didn't write it down.
You were taking notes, weren't you, Chloe?
Oh, yes, of course. So, those who do not remember the past, repeat the past. That's right, right?
Indeed it is. Though I prefer you to answer without the help of your boyfriend next time.
Dang it.
We do not keep an accurate account of the past. We are destined
My bad,
to
Chloe.
embarrass ourselves in all sorts of ways.
We're doing great. Sorry, Benjamin.
And now,
thought I was doing it
on
right.
to what you've all been waiting for. Great. Assessments, 60%. Those are tests and quizzes. Class work.
I tried to convince your father not
Oops.
to buy you that thing, but he insisted. I suspect he bought it for himself.
Consters. Oh, conch monsters. That's cool. I love our teacher. Yeah, our teacher seems cool.
The little guys are pretty cute, though.
We're 11 years old now.
Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
That kind of sucks. So what I've seen is like our dad, I guess, still stayed a professor. Then our mom wanted to be a composer. And maybe she submitted something and then she got rejected and kind of took it as a big blow. Which is kind of sad. Conch monsters. Is this an ultimate game? It's probably not an ultimate game. You gotta have at least one girl pro tag. Oh, that's cool. Enemigo. A new contestant has approached. At long last, your favorite consters are ready for battle for the playscape. Join Marcy and her 4 sad brothers. Oh, never mind. They're all related. Not bad. Join Marcy and her 4 sad brothers as they search for their lost mother, the legendary Queen Conch. Oh, wait. The Conches are siblings. And trap gooey monsters with Dr. Ebb's patent seashells and coerce them into spectacular battles. Wait, no, maybe they're not. And when all else fails, just use your conscience. Barnacles Shrump. Tag yourself. Alright, chat. I wish you could scroll onto this. Are you Barnacles? Are you Shrump? Are you Enemigo? Are you Lobstar? Clam Dunk. Vice, I can see you as Lobstar. I tag myself as the girl in the box. Wouldn't probably last a year in real life. Shouldn't be telling your consters that. Oh, maybe they are the 4 sad brothers. They're all sad. Why are they sad? How do I put this game down? Aw, man. Do we get to play the game?
Next door, but I didn't realize you guys could become friends.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Very
Oh.
sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you?
Dad, don't embarrass me like this.
Okay, shut up. I really want this one. Maybe I'll use...
Oh, we drew it. That's cool.
Whoa, that's a pretty good drawing.
Team
You
Shrump.
should draw pictures of more different stuff. Not me, though.
Pizza.
You try to draw me, and you saw what I'm capable of in your backyard.
Draw anyway. All right, we're gonna do it.
Benny, why did you draw me? You're not good enough. I look so ugly.
Ah, you look very cool. Don't worry, Benny. You're doing great. Also, these remind me definitely of my childhood. Because I would eat those little pizza roll things. They would be like so hard though. But they were so good. I would just eat them anyway. I'd be like crunch, crunch, crunch. You know when your standards of eating were low.
It's called a magnet school.
A magnet school?
It's about an hour away in a town called Burt. I know
Uh-oh.
the chance can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with. You know, life can take you to some incredible places if you're really, really good at something.
Oh, Tostita pizza rolls? I can hear the commercial. Yeah, Tostita's pizza rolls. And then there was the one where it's like the pepperoni bagel stuff. I don't remember what they're called. They're like little bagels and they would be so crunchy. This game is better than modern EA games combined. I like when games really step back, and obviously all other genres are still like, you know, they're genres in their own rights. But it's nice when a game is like, let's just look back in life. Bagel Bites! Oh my gosh! Yeah, Bagel Bites! Bagel Bites, they were so good! They weren't the best, but they're so good! Man.
He just had so much trouble making friends at Playco.
Oh.
I want you at a place where people really get you.
But what about my one friend? That sucks. Why do people not understand me? I guess it's one of those things where you're an introvert.
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Oh no, he's a mean old man.
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what your son is capable of.
Dang.
So, I understand you were a musician yourself. Where did you study?
Oh, Berkeley. But I was in the composition department.
Ah, and who did you study
Ooh.
under?
John McDonald?
I understand he's very difficult.
Yes. Taciturn is the word I use.
Taciturn.
Taciturn. Yes. People have described me that way, if you can believe it.
Oh, I would never say that about me.
Thank you. I wouldn't either.
Oof.
You seem very warm.
We're gonna skip this conversation because it's awkward. Bach. The well-tempered clavier, 48 preludes and fugues.
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly.
I am
So no
sweating.
pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it.
It's sad because Benjamin has been drawing since a wee age, and we can tell that he's really been practicing at it and really enjoying it because he keeps doing it and keeps improving. And it's unfortunate that his mom is too blindsided by her own desire of having him fulfill her failed dream that she doesn't even notice that she's just basically forcing this dream upon him. He likes to draw. And I wonder if like him being quiet is because he doesn't know how to bring up to his mom of like, this is your stuff. Like of course I played it with you when I was a baby, but like I don't want to pursue this. You said it correct the first time. It's Fugue. Ah, I see. I prefer Beethoven and Mozart. Fugue and Mendelssohn and Strauss. I don't know if I've heard those two. Dang, too real. I know this game is too real.
Just like to see you really rise to the occasion. Just this once.
Just this
I
once.
had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age.
I'm
I
pretty
wouldn't be
sure.
working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
Also, I realized our. Should we crumple it? I'm scared. Oh, we didn't crumple it in time. Dang. I wanted our frustration to be vented. Also, our dad's disappeared. Remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. It's like, Mom, you said that you were going to enter me into a competition and it's just for funsies. And now you're trying to send me off to, like, music school. Hi, Blah. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Oh.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
Aw. Oh no, I missed the call. Man, our mom sucks. Unfortunate.
Oh my god. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
So listen, I found a concert.
What are you doing? I explicitly asked you not to pick up the phone. Oh, what do you know about anything that's going on right now?
Okay, you know, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't raise your voice like that.
Well, then don't stick your nose into things that you're completely checked out of.
Ugh.
Did I just cause a fight with your parents? I'm sorry, dude. But you should also cherish these moments. My mom and dad used to fight, and I would always hate it. But now I actually miss it a lot. Anyway, so basically across the board, crustacean types perform well against mollusk types.
I was just talking about the game.
On lobsters, lobster, battles. Then, once we get to the trench,
I like how the only fictional thing about this game was the very start with the Wolfman. Yeah, it was super like, whoop.
will be what we do.
I wonder if it's because of Mom that Dad quit his own teaching job.
Anyway,
I wonder.
it's all
I don't know.
complicated, so we can go over it in history class tomorrow. But listen, I definitely don't want you to play without me. But if you do end up playing without me, spend as much time as possible in the Red Reef, because that's supposedly where you can find these convict types, which we're for sure gonna need. But we'll talk.
I'm
more
glad I
tomorrow.
answered this so we don't accidentally play over. Aw. I wanted to answer it because it's like, Mom, are you going to have us ignore our friends for the rest of our life? Anubis.
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice,
Dang.
weigh the deceased
So close.
soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale? That is Amamet, and she's got... and yes,
Mr.
that's
Kid.
she,
That's
the head of a crocodile, fur of a lion,
That's me.
and the body of a hippopotamus.
What are we looking at? Oh,
Though I would not say that to her face.
my dad.
Now, as you can see, she is ready to devour any of the deceased who do not pass judgment. Sort of like me with the weekly quizzes. So I am not quite sure why I don't hear more frantic scribbling right now.
Ew, why is he so scared looking? Okay, I'll call you when I'm moving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
Oh boy. Okay. I definitely thought he was gonna. Oh, we're one.
Yeah, she's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of shoulders, but
Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something.
But I am really good at something.
But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
Our poor dad.
no. Who's you right?
Oh, you see.
This is why I don't like arguments. I always feel like the thing about arguments is that you have this like set mindset or of going into it of like I'm right and you're wrong. But sometimes both parties can be right and sometimes both parties can be wrong. Dang, he stopped. Anubis wasn't the only ancient Egyptian deity who determined whether or not souls were worthy for a good afterlife. Different dynasty eras believed in different gods, and one such creature was a baboon. That's wild. I wonder if they had different, like, well, I don't know, like, the lore of, like, different deities that were kind of made or described for death. But I wonder if they assign these kind of deities to understand death because death is so hard to understand. Oh, look at me!
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Why is she, like, at the ready right there? Oop, this reminds me of a dream I had recently where your actions determine your afterlife.
Officer, turn the lights off.
I can clearly hear my mom saying, tell him. I don't know, what should we do, chat? Should we sneak out or try to go to sleep? Oh my goodness. I know we're gonna get in trouble. We don't even know this girl too well. That's the hard part. My whole poor little cokered was like... She probably also shouldn't be sneaking out. I can't give her like this, Now I'm like thinking of also parental mode. I'm like, girl, you're so young. I don't want you to get in the habit of sneaking out. That's no good. Oh, gosh. The other part of the argument that sucks is that if you want to come in simply to diffuse a situation peacefully, sometimes the consequences could be dire and the anger towards you. Yeah, which is unfortunate. That's why it's good to not let your anger get ahead of you. Having your anger causing you to sin. Sometimes when you're angry, you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna excuse myself. Well, if we go to sleep, we might miss something. My brain every night. Insomnia intensifies. No. Hi, Josh. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. We are torn between going to sleep and having a successful audition for our future life, or we sneak out and play crab game with this girl. This is hard. She's also our only friend. No. Dang. Maybe if I didn't answer the phone. I know if we sneak out, it's just gonna create more consequences and more fighting for our parents. I need to be realistic. Even though we don't like going to music school, and are kind of being pressured into being a prodigy, I think it's just better to get some sleep instead of, you know, sneaking out, starting bad habits. I'm sorry, Chloe. You are my friend, but we also have stuff to think about. Oh gosh. Don't you not like when you dream about doing something you're gonna do the next day, then you wake up and have to do that? I remember in college, I dreamt about being at work, and then I woke up at 7 a.m. and I was like, man, I have to go to work. Even though I already did work in my brain, in my dreams. Okay, we don't have to do that all the time.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
Oh boy. My mom is just like, I keep thinking the dad's out of the picture. It would have been good if she included our dad. Oh, I gotta go over here. All right. You know what? Maybe our dream was actually a practice for... Man, I feel the pressure so hard. This is so crazy. That's why sometimes gifted kids have really bad mental health burnouts. We good? Can I skip? I was just gonna skip.
He doesn't let you in after that. I'm not even sure I'd want you at that school.
So true.
You were having so much fun up there.
I was having so much fun. I was literally sweating.
Completely unrehearsed. We get you into school like that. There's no knowing what adventures your future might hold.
Always try to excuse myself if I'm angry, and when I do get angry, it's mostly the self-deprecating bad cop kind toward myself, not intended to be directed at others. Sometimes it's hard. We gotta practice releasing our anger and sadness in healthy ways. I'm reading this book called Emotions and the Gospel. Or maybe it's called Gospel and Emotions. And I really liked, I'm only like 2 chapters in, but I really liked how it described that somehow, some way, we've picked up along the way that we inherently just suppress our emotions. We think that they're negative and we don't feel them out because we're just like, oh, I shouldn't be doing that or something like that. But it's like, but when you end up suppressing them, then the temple, the body that God is giving you becomes just a dam full and flooded of stuff that should have been released a long time ago. And it's like, ah, dang. True. I was like, dang it. It's just one of those things where it's like, but I just felt in the moment I shouldn't, or I couldn't, and stuff like that. I gotta push through it, blah, blah, blah. And it was cute. Liz, that I do discipleship with, she's like 70. And she's got a grown daughter already. But her daughter told her kids, because she's going through a divorce, unfortunately. I mean, it's good for her and the kids to keep, be able to keep walking in light and not work, don't be part of a sinful cycle like the father's kind of just choosing the world over his family, unfortunately. But, they're going through emotions, and the mom was like, Jesus made tears, so you could cry, and then your tummy won't hurt, because their tummies were hurting, because they didn't know if they should cry and stuff. I was like, oh, that's sad. But also true. We should just cry. I don't get those dreams very often anymore, since I switched jobs years ago, thankfully. That's good. It'd be crazy just, dream about your old job. Play big, be great, the playscape. We keep seeing that.
I'm worried about who you are, Betty. I'm worried about who you're going to become. When we get back, let's wake Dad up and go down to the beach. What do you say? I want to celebrate.
I don't know what time it is.
It's such a beautiful night.
Is that the book in question in audio format? I want to check it out. I'm not sure. I had bought mine from a Half Price Books, so I would definitely look into if it has an audio version. A lot of books have audio versions. You can hardly tell sometimes what the difference between moving on and suppressing it, though. That's true. I feel like moving on is like you have accepted it and you acknowledge it and you move on from it in the way of it doesn't affect you anymore. Suppressing it is like you don't acknowledge it. It never happened. You denied that, releasing it would be better. It's like, oh, it's fine. It's just a survival instinct and not addressing it and not letting it out. That's why I've been trying to look into somatic exercises and stuff. Because the body withholds a lot of trauma. I was like, dang. So I feel like that'd be cool to do a workout stream with somatic exercises. You might lack Dr. Mark Brackett's Permission to Feel. I put that on my Save for Later list. Or did I buy that one? I have 2 books on the way. Tomorrow, actually. Deliver tomorrow. One was dealing with emotional neglect, and the other one, I think, may have been. Let me look actually. Since we're in this car ride for like an hour. Let me check Amazon. Dang it. Orders. Oh, there we go. Let's go. We did order. Well, I did order permission to feel. We're doing it. I'll keep the friend's daughter you mentioned who's going through the divorce in my prayers. Thanks, Marcus. It's a tough situation. Divorce is always a hard one, because it's hard for children, especially because like my parents should have divorced when we were kids, but it was a whole like thing that my mom didn't want to. Because my grandma like threatened that she was going to take us away, and then she would never see them again, and all this stuff. But then it's like also sad when they do divorce. So it's just not very good. We're at the beach.
You really nailed it, kiddo.
It's not a matter of being nailing. He sounded like a professional musician. At 11 years old.
I'm 11 years old.
That's your mother saying that. Kids to be professional musicians.
Because they're not.
What are you talking about?
Performance can't.
My problem with releasing forgiving and forgetting is that I don't know the right balance of forgetting the experience and then forgiving yourself, but remembering the lesson. It's all a process. That's why praying that the Lord help us heal is pretty important. Sometimes we can't do, well, not sometimes, we can't do it by ourselves.
His dentures nearly fell out now.
This old man's teeth almost fell out. You don't like this word? You've been forcing me to do piano. Oh.
Goddamn prodigal.
How many beers have you had, Richard?
Will you?
Oh, I am. Believe.
Wow.
We should do this more often.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Am I gonna draw a boat?
Summers like this, we should be doing this every night. Why don't we do this every night?
I thought we moved to. Oh no, we did move to. They're talking about things now.
No, but we won't. I know. We're never gonna get smart.
I think what helps you forgive yourself is like if God can forgive you. Oh, hey, look, a cross.
Yeah, you have.
Then you can forgive yourself too.
And I'd find you adorable if only you didn't piss me off so much.
Oof.
Hear that, Benny? Our entire relationship is still in the two
Oh,
minds.
come on. I'm joking. You never.
Well, that's
Listen, I know I can be tough, but you know I'm never actually mad at you.
I'm not sure where we're spelling.
trust us.
Imagine. Oh, star.
Okay, let's try some other.
Oops.
You don't
Aw,
have to
man.
open it right now if you don't want to.
What do you mean? Of course he wants to.
I just don't want you to feel pressure.
Sure. Open
Oh.
it whenever you want, sweetie.
I feel like Dad gets us. He's like, even though he's not so involved, he's just like, take your time. Mom's like, I want to know the answer now. But yeah, you know, take your time. Did you check out the Light of the World movie I keep mentioning? If not, could you react to the trailer for it after the game? Yeah, that could be cool. I started watching a little bit of the trailer. I think because I was on my way home. It wasn't loading on the bus. Dear Benjamin Bryan, thank you for your interest in the Burton Conservatory of Music. The admissions committee has given consideration of your application.
What does it say?
Give him time to read it.
Everything's blurry.
Why are you being silent, Ben?
Despite an impressive audition performance, we regret we cannot offer you admission to our conservative program. We are proud that we are able to attract excellent applicants such as yourself,
That's true.
and we wish that the very best in your future.
It would have been a great opportunity, but it's nothing life or death at the end of the day.
Mom, look at that. She's like, yeah, that's right. It's not life or death. But it would have been a really good path. But, you know, it's fine. I like Dad's method of teaching of like, you know what? You put yourself out there first and foremost, and you did an excellent job practicing. You're also 11 and you have a life ahead of you. If this school doesn't accept you, that's okay. You can still live a life that will still have friends and great joyous moments, and then you can relax on the music, which is good because you don't even, like, our character doesn't even like music. I feel like we like music because our mom likes music, and we have to keep being good at it, or our mom's not gonna like us, which is not good. Oh, the stars were saying start here. That's a good hypothesis. This kind of reminds me of the game Sea of Solitude to some extent. The game made me cry, but it was so good. Yeah, this is a pretty good game. I've never heard also of Sea of Solitude. It says no go. What if Chloe's mad at me? I mean, if she ended our friendship because she couldn't play games, then it probably was not a good friendship. I thought we'd be like best pals. Oh, we are in darkness. Okay.
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to the office?
Oh my gosh, I passed out!
Thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Oh my gosh, did I work myself to exhaustion?
Okay.
So true, I did spin around chairs. I played most of Sea of Solitude, but never finished the last family member. Oh. Can someone put that, for those who are in the Discord, can someone put like a trailer of Sea of Solitude? And maybe like miscellaneous? Oh, hold on, let me. I got a message from Sapphire. Oh, and now it's gone. Sapphire is in my, oh no, it's down here. Oh, sorry, Rabbit. Sapphire ended up like flagging your pictures. I think it's because you put them all in one go. You can upload your pictures again. You just have to do it one at a time, unfortunately. I need to fix that on Sapphire.
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah, look, I mean, having him home for a little means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him, make sure he's staying engaged.
You're so right, Rabbit. It would.
Speak a little softer.
Are we like not gonna tell me why I was in the hospital? Hello? Trash. Oh, we're at the beach. Oh, did I sneak out? Oh man, the beach has so much trash. Even though the trash can is literally right there. It's so sad. Oh, okay.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
What? But I'm literally, what do you want me to do? It's one of those things where it's like, you're home from school. Don't do stuff that you... Not be productive. What do you mean you want me to be productive? Just let your son play some games. Just be like, all right, honey, I know that you're off from school. I'm also like bedridden, apparently. And my bowl of soup is there. Or maybe it's cereal. Be like, okay, honey, you can have like an hour and a half of like game time. And then try to just vary up your, I don't know, day with different stuff. Maybe read a book. I loved reading books by a window. So hard to read books nowadays. No one's gonna tell me why I was in the hospital. What happened? Oh, my giveaway box. Cute. My boat. Boat-chan, you never betrayed me. I like to think we're spinning, even though I have no idea if we are or not. I feel like we could have been great mangakas in a way. Woo! This is Tommy the Boat. He's on a quest to save mankind. From extinction. Also, I'm salty that you didn't make the music thing. I know. Mom's like, be productive. Don't play video games. Imagine, I wonder what would happen if you did select going to, you skip it. I was worried about that. I was like, you know what? Even if we did hang out with Chloe and everything turned into a big fight or something, we still wouldn't have been admitted. Hey, let's go. We drew boat. Drawing's productive. Oh. We're doing watercoloring. Well, now that I'm not like tied to. I can't hear what the father's saying. Wow, our mom is barely finding out and figuring out, wow, we're really good at drawing. Our mom used to be so nice.
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
Woohoo! Yay!
I really gotta thank you for this, Benny. Emma Bills is so pissed that weird camera kid won over her multiple horse portrait that she literally just left with her dad and cleared.
Her multiple horse portrait? What? Oh, that's not exactly how I imagine the multiple horses. I thought it was like one horse that had like several legs or something. That was counting like a really long horse. Oh, flowers. Sorry, Emma. Is the director's cut on the Switch? That's interesting. Art application school. Whoa. Question 3. In 2 short paragraphs, describe what makes you want to pursue a career in the arts. I love that. That's cool. See, I like when you can just do your creativity in questions. Good job. Look at that. Who's that?
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists.
Whoa.
Although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham.
It's a sham.
Teaching art. So don't just sit there slack-jawed. Make art, you ponies. Oh.
Oh, was I supposed to put them in the correct order? My bad. I still drew. Oh my gosh.
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are.
We gotta cover this man up.
It's very zany, very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists.
Is that encouraging? I don't think that's encouraging. Why do we keep drawing this guy?
Oh, Mr. Bryn.
Oh, it's very abstract now. Is this the real experience of art school?
Look at what Mr. Bryn has done here.
What have I done? Boat.
You see,
2.
he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece.
If you look closely, you can see my trauma that my mother's inflicted because I didn't want to do piano.
Hold on yourself, Mr. Bryn.
Oh.
For I fear
Oh.
talent like these, you may soon be swept away by a whirlwind.
I wonder what happened to Chloe because it seemed like she still talked to us. Whoa.
The ironic sincerity of this piece is so sincerely ironic.
He's flipped the discourse so thoroughly, I'm actually dizzy.
Art is so abstract for people. It's pretty kind of funny. Speaking of creativity and questions, one of my favorite parts of the English Star in school was writing portions at the end. I do remember stars. I had like left school by the time they like started implementing stars. It's kind of funny because I was part of the beta test for stars. Wash and fold.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I could teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Mmm.
Benjamin! Marvelous show last week. Truly stunning. I've never been prouder. And one little thing. A birdie told me that Elba Pressenhuber gave you her card. Now,
who?
I want you to cut that card into little pieces and feed it to an alley cat. Elba Pressenhuber is not in the business of the arts. Elba Pressenhuber is in the business of business. And you, child, you are no businessman. You are an artist. Live like one.
I can't wait to make my first merch. Hi, Truth. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today.
Selling your soul.
We're talking to a lady. I actually thought we would. Whoa, 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 whoa. Who is this lady? So apparently this lady is in art for the business. What do we think, chat? Should we sign it or should we crumble it? I wish we could read this contract. That would be nice. Read the fine print. What does this mean? I'm worried that she might be the type of person who takes your art and then like doesn't give you the credit. Just flashbacks to Yusuke and that one guy from Persona 5. He was just like taking all of the artist's ideas and claiming it on his own. I'm gonna head off to bed now. It's been an awesome and very cozy stream. God bless you and may he provide you with a day of respite and worship tomorrow and give you wisdom for Bible study. Thank you, Marcus. I really appreciate it. May you have a God blessed night as well. And I hope your day goes well tomorrow. I'm excited for Bible study. I hope that the Lord, He will guide me to what we should do tomorrow. We're gonna crumble it. Right. We'll crumble it.
Look at that. You've crumpled my contract.
Sorry, madam.
Whatever you want, kid. Sure, you got talent. But what's talent? Listen, I wish you the best of luck, okay? Okay, we're done.
Felt like it would have been too weird if I threw it.
To being a difficult artist, the best of us are.
Hooray.
This is divine. So, now that you've grown your wings, tell me, young master, where will you fly? May I suggest somewhere abroad? This American air can be stifling.
Oh, wow. Somewhere abroad?
Now what? If we both only get appetizers, I can afford to go Dutch. Otherwise, I thank you for the dinner.
Maybe we should have signed a contract. Maybe I shouldn't have listened to this guy. We're in Greece!
I think it is. All places.
That's cool. We got to, unless we're like just recreating what we saw with our father. Oh. What is he trying to? It kind of sounds kind of kooky. I don't know if he's like the guy I should honestly be taking credit or like listening to. I thought he was just our teacher. But I guess because he became a prodigy, he's like, hello, he is my pupil. You are now my master. Like, okay. I don't know if our character is actually happy in his art job. I hope so. Wow. The young master. Captivating Bryn reinvents and reinvention again, and then reinvents it again. If you have eyes, you will love this show. New York Forum. Okay, well that's good. I also didn't want like the contract to like bound him and stuff. It's one of those things where like if you have talent, then you have talent, and if people are telling you have talent, you have talent. And if they get a little snarky with you of like, oh well, you know, blah 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 blah. It's one of those things where it's like, well, hey, you offered me a contract. That means you found me worthy of your company. Me blowing you off, and you trying to rebuttal means like you're just trying to keep cool. Hi Jeff, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. Welcome, welcome. It's my mom.
Pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while.
Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Where's my phone?
Really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. Oh, Benny, I told you not to pick up. There's nothing you can do for me right now.
Yes, I can.
Make that work a little easier. I can just tell you're almost there. So, I'm going to hang up the phone now, and you're just going to go back to work, okay?
Oh, she's so sad. I thought we could like press a button and be like, I don't know. How am I not going to answer the phone of my mom being like, well, I'm going to be sick for a little while? Like, what? What? If I'm already like rich and successful, like.
But that's enough from me.
Oh.
Now you'll hear from the person who I believe is the single thing in the world my wife is most proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak. I think you all know who I'm talking about.
I knew it.
Benny.
Is that my dad?
Come up here.
Oh, he's so much older. Oh, it's so sad. I'm so glad we got to pick up the phone.
Say something.
Oh, the metronome. Okay. Do I?
Why weren't you talking?
Father, I don't have any voice options right now. Oh, that's sad.
Hey, you. As you know, I talk to big, very important people every day. And there's one thing that everybody is asking me. What's going on with Benjamin Brin? And what am I
Why are people asking about me?
that I haven't heard from my star pupil in 6 months? This is getting ridiculous.
Bruh, my mom died. How could you say this? Can't believe you're not talking to me so we can talk about successful and riches. Aw, man. I thought like, well, I guess we do die at some point. But I'm glad that we picked up the phone. It's one of those things that you never know. You just never know. Thanks for coffee in my name because coffee is my favorite drink. Oh, nice, nice, nice. I'm not a very big coffee drinker. I'm not a coffee drinker that much at all. But I do like matcha. Like latte stuff. I really like the style of this game. It's very nice. It's also like, it pulls at your heartstrings. Excuse me. It makes you think a lot too. He got to pursue what he liked about like drawing art. I think it's also important to balance of like pursuing the things that you love, but making sure they never outdo the most important things in life. Like, yeah, our mom was pretty like messed up of like enforcing her own dreams upon us, but she just wanted to have us to have a successful life and maybe avoid the disappointment that she felt in life. But that's also the hard part of like, sometimes parents do not great decisions because they don't want you to face the same things that you, like they have faced, but inherently they end up just repeating it to you that they have faced in a different way. Almost like when we're in the history teacher of like, if people don't learn from the past, the history just repeats itself kind of thing. We never even heard from Chloe anymore. I wonder what happened to her. I like the smell of coffee. That's always really nice. Aw. It's all.
You are a snake. You're a fraud. But worst of all, Benjamin, you are a little tease. I have told the world that Benjamin Brain is a genius. I have told the world that Benjamin Brain is silent because Benjamin Brain is hard at work creating his greatest work yet. But you are doing nothing! The world has forgotten you, Benjamin! They have moved on! And I have moved on too. You have broken my heart.
Broken his heart. You can tell he's the type of guy of like, you've left me high and dry. I've been telling everyone I know this guy, and then you go AWOL, and now I look bad. You can't be going to parties being like, I know Benjamin. He's my best friend. You weren't even there for me, man. I wonder if Chloe was going to show back up. It's her dad.
Just calling to tell you.
Answer.
I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't
Oh, I threw it.
move without bumping into her. Then I just find myself breaking down again. I hope you understand.
I wish we also answered the phone too.
Take whatever you want.
Oh, hey, we're here.
Your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. I'm just so glad you got to speak to her one last time.
Oh,
I know
thank
she
God.
told you not to pick up the phone. Well, I'm just so happy that you did. She just wanted you to focus on you. That was the only thing that mattered.
Keep. Keep. Oh, I guess we gotta look at the box. Dink. That makes me cry. I think that's always the sad part of like, even though being a Christian and you know that God has overcome, like Jesus has defeated death and it is not the end of our lives, but just the beginning of eternity. And when we pass, like we will be even more alive than we ever felt in our lifetime. But it's still really sad. Death is a very worldly thing in the sense of like, it's hard to lose people, even though as Christians too, like we know they're in a better place and we know like they're out of suffering and stuff. But then you get really sad because it's just like, man. I mean, it is a goodbye and it's a see you later, but also at the same time, it's very hard for everyone who gets left behind, especially when it's sudden.
It's so fascinating, son.
Oh my gosh, it's our mom's music. Yay. That's nice. We're drawing your mom. Ah, that's nice.
Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing there with us. Like I can see her in the paint.
But George, this is a movie moment right now.
Feel her.
Oh, that little like sign right there. Oh, yay. The Passing Day. Inspired by the musical composition of his late mother, the composer Elle Stevens.
It's Chloe.
Oh my gosh, Chloe!
Oh my god, I can't believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that.
Chloe, you being about my wife? Sure.
I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was sitting next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did. Remember when you still drew my portrait even when I begged you not to?
I did.
God, you were such a little jerk back then. I kept that drawing, you know? Oh my God, I bet it's worth quite a bit of money now.
Wow, earliest drawings. That's difficult to deal with because God didn't intend us to die. Death entered the world with the first sin, disbelief in God. And it's so sad because in my Bible study, going over Lazarus' death, you know, Jesus weeping, the pastor is also talking about like there may have also been a tinge of anger in that weeping because death is God's enemy and was never intended. And like just getting to see everyone like cry and be sad and be sorrowful and in pain, it was never part of the plan. So I can understand like that tinge of anger of something coming in unplanned and destroying everything it touches. Always searching.
And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. She was a genius. Like mother, like son, I guess.
True. There's also, I'm glad that we drew this painting. I know it's one of those things like sometimes I think that's holds in a power of forgiveness. Because like my mom obviously wasn't a great mom and didn't know how to be a parent, only knew how to be a child in a way, I guess. And like, you know, body shamed us and all this kind of stuff. But in the end, it's like, I still love my mom. Even if she wasn't the best, I got to exist because I'm here. Even for my father, even though we're still not in contact because he's not great. Still, all I can do is pray for him and hope for the best. I hope that he finds the Lord so he can release all the worldly anger and all this stuff. But it's just one of those things where there were some good moments, even though there were a lot of not great moments. But I think forgiveness is a very powerful thing for ourselves as well, to be able to like, if he, I guess, resented his mom or like hated his mom, even though she did all this stuff that wasn't great, he wouldn't have painted the thing. But because it's like, oh, you know, you were just trying in your own way, even though it was like really bad and not great for my own well-being, you were trying, or at least you thought what you were doing was right and stuff. So it's just like, ooh. But it's nice that he got to, in a way, paint almost an acceptance of forgiveness.
Hey, so
Growing pains.
Not to be forward, but what are you doing after this?
Oh my gosh, we're gonna go and
Get a
eat.
drink or something?
Sure.
I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
Chloe's gone.
Would you look at that?
Who? What? Who? What? Me? Who? Huh? Is that Wolfman again? Hello? Where's in darkness now?
Finally hit the jackpot, Slapjack. All the nobody, nothing, dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Whoa! And there you are.
Welcome back.
Hello, sir. If I realized, I would have cleaned up.
I forgot if he gave us his name.
Used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, college athletes here and there.
College athletes. Oh, he was also watching.
Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go.
Oh, do you hear Precious's toy in the background? Is that what you mean by the background noise?
Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you
I'm
describe
okay.
yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
Well, that's interesting.
A jovial child or a solitary one? Hey, not bad.
I mean, our parents did. I mean, we did learn about stuff, even though it's like, oh, it feels like we're kind of lonely, but you know, our parents still engage with us. Oh, it's probably Precious in the background, or it's me grabbing my little pastry from a little thing. It's a blueberry bread, so that also could be the shuffling. Is this it? Is this the noise you're hearing? Actually, it might actually be the thing. There's a some kind of like shuffling. We're happy. We like boats.
His childhood was a happy one, growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
My mom was always a composer at heart.
His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding? Kind of like your champion or more like a taskmaster?
This is hard. Drink some water. It's like she was encouraging in a negative way. She's pretty demanding.
Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and
Feel that's more
day
true through?
out,
Yeah, that's true.
hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could. And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love?
Whoa!
Don't be bashful, man. You can tell me.
I thought you were gonna say, was she your best friend or was she just like a friend? Whoa. I don't know. We didn't get to like engage with her a lot. She could have been our best friend, but she also could have been our first love. Well, this is hard. She could have been our best friend. I mean, technically she was kind of our only friend. Well, at least the only friend that we knew about. But Jojo, what are you eating? She's chewing on stuff now. I don't know, chat. What do you think? How did you find Chloe? Was she your best friend? So was she our first love? I feel like childhood kind of was it shoujo manga kind of feel. Mayhaps. I'm not a very big fan of what's it called? Childhood romance. Like the childhood friend being the option. But I guess it's more of like, I'm not a fan of those because they wait like 15 years to confess their feelings, and then like someone actually shows interest in MC and it's like, oh well, now I have to confess. Be like, bro, you had like 15 years to say something, and now that like someone else has decided to put their eyes on MC, you're like, oh no, it's my time. I'm gonna go with first love.
Music became the only thing he truly cared about, even more than his first love, Chloe. And although he gave it everything he had, he was still rejected from the conservatory his mother desperately wanted him to attend. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. Little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right?
True.
See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick. He had to stay inside for an entire year.
Wow.
In that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten.
Wow, he's getting so passionate on our behalf.
Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Be quiet. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scumballs! You mucky fouls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying.
What is he saying? What are they saying? What are they saying? We good? Are we that good?
I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're liar birds. They're what becomes of souls who try to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings.
Did we lie because we didn't say we're
I'll be back to get you
not
once I'm
lonely?
done with this one.
I felt like because we
Won't be seeing him again.
gatekeep cast like Gully. I didn't.
Bit sap. You know that.
What's that?
Just look at him.
Oh.
Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
Who, me? 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 Did I turn into a bird? I felt like I was being honest.
I haven't dealt with people like you.
Me?
You're ashamed of something.
Me?
Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
And I'm
whoa.
sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back. Sanitized.
Did we do something wrong?
As soon as I got
What happened?
But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning.
Are we the
This
big guys?
time, I want the truth.
Are we like having a flashback of... Oops, I skipped it.
Not this.
Oh.
Now
Ernie.
major chord I taught you. Remember?
See, that's why I said we're not lonely, because we were literally doing this.
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down?
Beauty,
Now, what about
beauty.
C minor? You remember how to play that one?
Dang, he got me.
You know, my father once told me when I was about your age, only way
Oh, yeah, there was
to
a
fight
phone
against
call.
that is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children?
I think the dad instilled that wrong idea into her of like
Just as I was.
maybe he was trying to be a work of genius and then trying to make her a work of genius, just keep his work going or something.
This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call?
Can we move forward? What happened? What's happening? See, there were 2 moments where I'm like, why is this so dark? Or maybe like 3 moments. Am I supposed to do something? I think I can only blink. Oh, I was supposed. Oh no, I was supposed to time it. I didn't know that.
I'm getting it.
Oh, never mind. Whew, thank God.
Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
I knew it.
Oh. Oh,
See, she knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could.
Aw, man.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's move.
Never. Dang, you stopped the music so I can.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to stay focused.
I'm trying.
Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
Kitty. Oh, here we go. What do we do here? Okay, I think we're supposed to like click when it hits. Or maybe it's a timer when we're supposed to quick action? We've only been like blinking in this game. You can't quick action blinking just suddenly on me now. It's like weird grumbling noises. Oh no, did something happen to the cats outside? Oh no!
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough.
Oh no!
to work
Ernie and the kitties.
Make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
Oh, I see. They were repressed memories. Things we didn't want to remember. Or things we just didn't understand.
When we get back, let's wake Dad up and go down to the beach. What do you say? I want to celebrate. Smell that air. It's such a beautiful night.
I get all this. We need to move.
I felt like one of the parents did say something about coyotes. And if they were going to put them outside, they should have done something. Oh, stay here.
I find you adorable if only you didn't piss me off so much.
Hear that, Benny? Our entire relationship is still with the two
Oh,
lines.
come on. I was joking. You never.
Well,
Here.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found her yet.
Oh, I thought we were going to elaborate why I was in the
Of
hospital.
course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes.
Why am I in the hospital? Oh, it was this one too. Can't believe the wolf was calling me a liar. Because I couldn't remember these memories.
I mean, what's the point? What's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? What if he's never never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon at the top of your lungs.
Whoa. That's right. Oh, is he a coyote? Maybe he's not like a wolf or a cat. He's a coyote. Immediately starts coyoting.
You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're
Remember what?
almost at the end of this. I promise.
This guy, he's just like, you should run.
Go ahead and blink.
Oh.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
It's kind of sad. That's why, like, having faith in even hard times is powerful. Because if you linger in despair, that just spreads to everyone else. And obviously, it looks like this guy got older and made it. You can't just proclaim things on your own understanding. Whoa.
Try writing with it.
Hi, Mom.
Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics.
Oh. So artsy.
Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius.
Ha 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 ha. Fair enough. What do I write? How about?
Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear.
Oh, did I
Story of who
die?
you're going to become, okay?
The Great Life of Benjamin Brinks. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home. Raised by loving parents. In a quaint village by the sea. His mother was a composer who, with the need to support... So it basically just writes out what the wolf was saying. I felt like that was true, saying that she was a composer. She just kind of gave up. Oh, I guess maybe that future stuff hasn't happened yet.
Music became the only thing he truly cared about. Even more than his first
Oh,
love. First love? Okay, Benny. Is that why you didn't sneak out with me? Why not just tell me? You do realize I waited for you out in the alley for like an hour, right? Ugh. So anyway, back to the story, I guess. He loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned.
Sorry, Benjamin. I didn't know she was going to read later.
You take your doodle seriously. I did not realize, but I respect it. I respect it. I do.
My bad.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
I'm starting to think that the life we lived afterwards, maybe we wrote that. Or maybe we didn't. Okay. 30 minutes.
Knock knock.
Oh yeah, we spent a whole year in bed.
But I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading aloud from what I think was your story the other night.
Oh.
I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I'd really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? I know
Aw.
I'm such a big fan of anything you do.
Well, you will have to read that you were really demanding.
Yeah.
Go in there and tell me what.
I'm sorry, I just can't.
Okay, don't worry. Go to bed. I'll talk to you.
Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, you know, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents, a quaint village by the sea. I'm certainly glad you feel that. What I want to know is, where did you learn to write so well? All those cool words. It's like Dickens. Really just very cool stuff, kiddo. You should be very proud, okay? Okay. Love you, buddy.
It must be hard. Telling your parents that they did something wrong is hard. Because in their mind, they're doing what's right. And then for you to be like, no, that was wrong, actually. And it's also hard for parents to, like, realize they need to ask your 2 cents and stuff. They don't always know what's best. And it's hard for them to swallow when you're like, I don't actually want to do this thing. Memorize would be torturously boring. I can imagine just going constantly in 30 minutes. Benjamin Bryan was a loser. What? No, we're not gonna type that. Delete, delete, delete. Where's the delete button? He was the worst Brian to ever live. Aww. No, Brian. Don't say that. Delete, 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 delete. He didn't even try to fight the disease inside him. That's hard. Aww. He just laid down and died. Don't. No. It's not over yet. Oh. That's not good. We're having a boss battle with a weird eldritch being.
Benny! Benny! Ben! Oh God, can you hear me? Richard! Richard, get up!
Can we have a boss fight? What's happening? Are we perishing?
I think he's unconscious. Call the paramedics now.
Okay, I'm doing it.
It's okay, Benjamin. We don't have to. It's gonna be okay.
I'm just gonna wait here, okay? I'm gonna hold your hand. You feel that? That's me. That's your mom.
Don't look at the weird ominous thing. Listen to your mom's voice. The Lord is here. Oh gosh. We're getting rushed to the hospital. Is anyone... Hello? Oh.
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one.
Dang. Eat our food, drink our juice, have our meds.
Hey, Eddie. Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too.
Yeah, screw him.
I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Yeah, you tell him that. Aw, man. I don't know if this is his visualization of his fear and anxiety. It's tough. It's tough when you don't live with hope, and it's tough when you live with despair. Oh, it injects medicine in me. Okay, so when this thing gets kind of crazy, I gotta put medicine in me. Good to know, good to know. Oh. Oh, Chloe's calling me.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know? What? You're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are...
No, I didn't mean to close it! No! Chloe! No! My bad. I didn't realize to toss it. I just wanted to hold it. I thought... I'm sorry, Chloe. Don't worry, you can just come back and read more of my story. Dad?
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. Not as tough as now. But yeah, her music had been rejected, and she was having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano. Just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't
Oh, it's true.
believe how gifted you were.
4 years old.
Once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, is that? That's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
This has such Your Lie in April vibes. Oh. Hello. Oh, it's my mom. She's so much older now.
I'm playing B. She's listening.
Man. It's gonna make me cry again. I think that's always the hardest part, that a lot of people wonder about Allah in the world. Like, why do bad stuff happen to them? Oh, the game forced us to stop. Sorry, Mom. Can't play no more. Actually, that just indicates that the song is over. My bad. She wrote a 15-hour song on loop. But yeah, it's hard. A lot of people are like, God, why is life like this? In reality, it's just that sin came into the world and broke it all. Disease was never part of the equation. Death was never part of the equation. Us hurting each other was never part of the equation. It's tough for people. Oh man, I can press my button. Wait, I'm gonna press my button. Here we go. Drink my juice. It's Thursday now. Kitty! Oh, that's cute. Get wheels soon. Are you just at the edge of the ribbon? I'm just so happy to see you. I forgot that you were a girl. I thought she also died with her kitties outside.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine.
Yeah, losing all 5 kids.
Poor fur. Richard, we have to give Ernie a haircut, okay?
Get her a sashimi plate.
What?
More than deserves it.
Aw, the mom was able to reconcile with Ernessa. I don't think we ever changed her name. Because initially when she got... Oh, press my button. Gotta press my button. Ah, press my button. Chloe. Oh.
She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Betty is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No. What does that have to do with...
Do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
I mean, they're just neighbors.
I'm calling now.
Honey.
We gotta call Chloe. Are we calling Chloe? Is that what's happening?
Oh my god, you're an idiot.
Thanks, Chloe. Thanks for diffusing the situation. I mean, she's kind of right. You don't tell your only friend that you're kind of dying. I mean, that is kind of hard to also tell someone well, I'm gonna say you're kind of dying. That's jumping the gun. But being you know what? I'm actually really sick and I need your support right now. That would be great.
You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad.
I already forgot what she said.
I shouldn't have done that. But hey, what are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you.
I am. Oh, well, it's gone now.
I want to give you something. But I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm going to leave.
Okay.
Close your eyes now, okay?
Okay. I wonder if stay here is what the game's been just trying to say. Dear weird neighbor kid, you are my first love. Love, Chloe. Aw, that's so cute. Aw, man. We gotta take... I don't know what order we're supposed to... I think I'm supposed to eat first. My bad. Uh-oh. I'm not feeling good. Uh-oh. 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 Tasukete! Parents!
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
Ah, it's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense.
Sad melody.
But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on.
It's hard to ask someone who doesn't know about a lot of
Oh, it
musical
made me
stuff.
feel like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
Alright, I'm like parachuting in my room. Can someone help? Be brave, Benny. Tasukete! Press the button! Press the button! Help. Help. Oh, I didn't press the door! Uh-oh.
I can't breathe.
I know.
It's okay.
It's gonna be okay,
I
Benny.
understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
It's okay, Benny.
You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm
died?
just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her.
We died. I think we lied. We died.
Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me.
I bet it's gonna look like my mom.
I should go get ready.
That's my guess.
Don't worry. We got this. I think.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, like the world is... It's hard. It's hard to accept that bad things happen to people. Sickness, disease. But you know, there is the hope. Even for Benny, dying on his bed, it's pretty sad and sucky, but Jesus will overcome death. So that's like the nice thing about the reassurance of even in scary situations like death, we don't have to be afraid anymore. We're just temporary residents on the earth after all. This isn't our true home. Oh my goodness. It's the cat.
There she is. Wish me luck.
You got it, Coyote Man. I just realized you had pants.
Before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
Wow. I guess I shouldn't like keep waiting.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative.
Vincent! Hi, Vincent. Welcome in.
Such an interesting and intense guy.
I hope you're doing well.
The only issue
We're liking the sad parts.
I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you. Which
Oh.
is about the Benny I've known.
And thank you for the
11
cheer.
years now.
I appreciate it.
It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Brin.
Oh, my mom wrote a story about us.
Benjamin Brin
Hi, kitty.
was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope. How he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
That was really good. Oh, I was trying to say that earlier. Even though life is hard, there are plenty of moments in time when you let yourself get reminded of it that, make life worth living. Sometimes you just focus on all the despair and all the bad stuff, then it's like, oh, why am I here? But sometimes just the small things in life can bring a lot of joy. And look at that. You get to find out that the neighbor girl is feeling so lost, but you just being her friend made things so nice. And even though we're sick, it gave the parents hope.
She accepts. Close your eyes now and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in.
Wow.
Why is he smiling like that?
He must be somewhere that he likes.
Man, I think I'd start crying in this game. Oh. I didn't expect a Sonic then. I know, Vince, you made it right at the end. It was a really big lead up, that's for sure. Man, that was a really good game. I like that even though your character goes through a lot of struggle, there are just some great moments in life. I think that's just the beauty of living. I mean, it sucks because there is a lot of darkness and stuff all around, depending where you live and are. But there's also a beautiful hope of like, this isn't all there is, honestly. One day we'll truly get to return home. No more sorrow. No more aching. No more disease. No more sadness. No more sin. No more despair. Isn't that cool? One day there will just be, when we wake up, I always imagine heaven like really bright all the time. But not like a bazillion degrees or anything like that. You know, like when it's really hot. It's just a full abundance of light. And then like never feeling anxiety ever again. Whoa, that's cool. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making. Oh. I also like that it ended that way, where in its own way, like Jesus talks to the Father for us before the judgment, like this whole lead up of like, oh, you're gonna be judged, blah 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 blah. But we just get seen in Jesus' righteousness before the Father. That's pretty cool. Wow, what a good game. Oh, so much emotion. Oh gosh, girly. For those who are just tuning in at the very last end, you really missed it. But that's okay. It was a really good game. It was very powerful and really good. Oh. What a hopeful game. It's very good, very hopeful. And it was cool because at the end, like, you know, like, there's the whole red, probably anxiety, the pain, then it just dissipates. Then all of a sudden, it's all like really nature and wonderful and lovely. And then, oh, obviously the guardian turns into a giant cat. I wonder if it changes at some point or something in different like options or something, which was cool. Which is kind of like the anxiousness of what's happened next, and then like that peace of knowing like, oh, this is what happens next. And the power and beauty of believing in Christ, for he has overcome the world and death and sin. And then like we can be even at the anxious ends of our life, and then like boom, we open our eyes, the next thing we know is like, wow, beautiful nature, God, no more pain. That's gonna be so cool. So cool. Ooh. Cry. You're so hopeful though. I like that the mom got to retell the story. guess the story does change later on, because like if you pick up the phone or not or something like that. But really, it helps. Like, that's a good memory for Benny to remember, because he ends up writing like he's a loser because he can't defeat this disease. And that's hard. Some people are healed and some people aren't. Some people still die. Even really young. I don't even know how old we got to be. If we were still 11. Or if we were... No, because like that happened a little bit before, because Dad was like, can you do that again? So we probably were like maybe 15 or something. That's so young. So young. But it happens. Oh. I like this game though. I feel like it really teaches you the beauty of moments in life. Even though there were moments we relived, and that sucked. And then there was moments that we came back to that were like pushed down memories, like of the cats dying and stuff. Our parents fighting, our mom giving up hope. Hi, Mira! Welcome in. I hope we're doing well. You just missed it. Well, it's good that you missed it, because if you want to play this game, I definitely would encourage it. We're in our feels right now. I ended up, honestly, I just removed, I didn't let the webcam not do its thing, so I guess it turns into left click on your mouse. I would definitely not play with the webcam, or at least I felt like it was so enriching and fulfilling without being like webcammed. I uninstalled, or not I uninstalled it, but I know it's like before your eyes, everything was like a blinking feature. It's supposed to make it all like go really fast, but I felt like there's just a beauty in like experience the memories of your life in a slow kind of pace. And getting to hear like the world in your memories is so good. I recommend prepare some tissues. Because all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh. Like I knew this game was gonna be emotional, but like me being like I wanted to stream it but couldn't set it up. No worries. I also, before we started stream, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot that this is supposed to be like capturing like your eyes blinking and stuff. I was like, what? I asked you about like passing the firewall if you want to enable it and stuff like that. I was like, nah. That was good. I really like this game. I just felt like this is the beauty of life. Sometimes it's hard to convey to people. I thank God that as like even like a kid, I don't know, him stepping in as my father in a way, like I prayed about it when I was a kid, of like, God, just be my father. It's taught me many things, and I think one of the, besides hope, the greatest thing that God has also taught me is like, wow, life is so worth living. And I didn't realize that was such a gift until I met Vice, and he was like, everyone's gone through a point of like, I don't want to be here on this world anymore. And like me never coming across that kind of path is like crazy. It was crazy to him. I'm sure other people have felt the same way, but I have noticed, or very clearly noticed, the majority of people feeling the opposite. Of like, you know, those memes where it's like, by 30 I'm gone, you know? It's just like, no. So I set on my little quest of bringing hope as a kid in like middle school or something. And be like, I don't want you to leave. I know the world is really painful and really hard, but there are very beautiful moments in life that we get to experience despite all the hardness. And you won't get there if you give up. I mean, for a game character, he was on a timer. And in real life, he could have been also part of a miracle if he was healed from his illness. I don't know what he had. But I like that this game got to really paint, because he was a painter in the story for a hot second. Got to paint that life can be pretty good. even though he was like sick and like all that like really big anxiety was like upon him. Or maybe it's a manifestation of fear, or maybe it's just the manifestation of his illness in his head with the big red light. It's like his parents were there, and his like one friend and first love was there. Even the cat came back. Even like when he was dying, there were still great moments for him to experience. So I still continue this conquest of hope. You know, because, you know, this is a video game, but reality is still just as hard. Even those of us who are Christian, who rely on God for our strength, sometimes we get really weak and tired. You're like, man, storm after storm, hit after hit. It's really hard. But we endure and we rest at the Lord's feet, and we still get to experience life. Whew. So we're just in this together, and there's hope for tomorrow. Even if today was really bad, there's still a lot of good blessings in it, things to be grateful for. Even if it's small things. And then tomorrow could be better. And the next day could always be better. The next day could always be better. The next day could always be better. I don't know. Even though living is hard, there is still so much about life that is so good. And even if you felt like you've never gotten experience that kind of feeling, that means we'll get there. Or get to come to a point where you're reflecting to what these were some good things in my life. At least that's my hope after all. I get to be a walking testimony of enduring through much suffering in a lifetime, yet still finding so much joy and so much determination. I don't know if that's the right word. Or a lot of willingness to just keep living. Because there have been so many things that I got to experience in my lifetime where I was like, that was cool. And I still continue to look forward to what's going to happen next in life. Even when there is hardships and really hard storms. Because God is faithful and good. He will not forsake me. Even when storms come hidden, we just gotta wait until we're out of it. Like this, kind of like this night sky. We're gonna make it. This game reminds me of that dragon cancer, which is also sad. The dragon cancer, is that a game or is that like a kind of thing? It is pretty big sad. It is very sad. Man, I don't know how we're going to do a Spiritfarer. That game is like several hours. This was like nearly 3 hours. Well, actually, yeah, it was 3 hours. When you use the camera, the blinking, it's supposed to be like an hour and a half. But I'm like, wow, it felt really enriching and nice that we got to take it slow. This game, oh, yeah, it's a game. Oh, it's interesting. I've never heard of that. Is it like a visual novel? It almost sounds like a type of visual novel. But that was really good. That was such a good game. Would recommend. Even though for us watching me play, who may have been here the whole stream, you know how like the game goes. But at least you can make your own like decisions and stuff like that. Woo. Let me see. That dragon, are you just asking about it, Rabbit, or is that the title of it? Let me just fix something over here. I found something by that name on Steam. Oh, that dragon cancer. That's interesting. Ugh. Oh, let me check my phone. Oh, you put it in the gamings of all kinds. Aw. A love letter to his son. It won it won an award in the Game Awards years ago, I think. That's cool. I love that. Oh, Pachocha was under my chair. Hello, Pachocha. I'm glad you were able to read the room. You know. Oh. 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 I'm just trying to decompress. That was a lot. A lot of emotions. But it was good. Ooh. Nice. That was good. I'm glad we got to play this game. Did not expect that for the night, but it was really nice. Hi, Patricia. She's just licking the carpet now. There was also this other game I watched the streamer play some of. It was a rage game where you were meant to die that day, but you try to get home and die there, and it was crazy stuff, but emotional backstory. We're meant to die that day, but you try to get home and die there. Oh, so the story is about, like, you want to die at your own home, and your character has to go through all these loops and hurdles to get there. That's understandable. Oh, I gotta drink more water because we cried. Because I cried. Y'all at home should also be drinking some water. That was a good game. And then tomorrow we have Bible study. What time is it? 11, 12? Dang. I don't know. It's just one of those things like, wow, we finished it. I don't even know how to, like, I feel good. But it's just like, it feels weird to just wrap up now. But it was a nice time. It was a good time. Me thinking about the VODers watching this, be like, oh, this looks like a fun game. Then by the end, it's a rage in peace. That's funny. Instead of rest in peace, rage in peace. That's clever. That's interesting though. I will look it up. Unless you've already put that also in the Discord. I will look it up. Let's see. Whew. Maybe we should all breathe. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Oh, thank you, Rabbit. I see it. Already on it. This seems like something that Jerry would play just by the graphics of it. I don't know if he would actually play though. Maybe he would. My house. Ah. Well, what a nice stream and an experience. That's pretty cool. It's good to see this after how emotional things are for some Christians on Twitter right now. I know in the grand scheme of things, it's like the world's not gonna matter. The grand scheme of things, in the face of eternity, the job that you didn't like, the people who hurt you, it's just gonna blip away in eternity. And it's not even like the big picture that we should keep our eyes on. Drama, all this stuff. At the end of the day, like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to start it. It's not worth it to, you know, fan the flame of the fire. And then, you know, we know who our God is, and we just keep trudging through life. We know our relationship, and you can't let others get to us in that regard. Mm-hmm. Exactly. The world is the one who gets frustrated and anxious about strife and all this stuff. But we, even though we're human, obviously, still fall short and get nervous and fearful and stuff. But we gotta remember who we are in Christ and what that means for us. And what are the real important things in this world fighting for versus fighting each other. You know, I'm not on Twitter a lot. I'm saddened that we are fighting against each other within Twitter. But you know, that's how it goes for social media. Someone posts one thing and then it becomes a whole domino kind of thing. Any news is good news for people. In the regards of like, oh, I'm in, you know, in the mouths of people kind of thing. But we just keep trekking on and keeping our focus where it needs to be. If there are some people who are fighting within amongst each other, I pray and hope that they can realize that we shouldn't be using and exhausting our energy against one another. We gotta be using that to help one another and fighting off the enemy from our own vicinities and for the vicinities of our neighbors and our friends. And I really like this one thing that I saw today where it was saying like, it was just a quote that I saw and I bookmarked it, but I was like, oh, it's so good. Oh. Let me find it. I'm trying to find it. It was like, I will spend my whole life trying to give you the love you should have always received. And I was like, wow, that's powerful. And I feel like Jesus gives us the love that we should have always received from all the people in our lives that we felt like should have loved us properly. And I think it's a good beauty for us to try to strive to love people who have never been loved in that way. Jesus loves us so abundantly that he overflows us with this love. And it just keeps going poof, forever. And then we get to pour that love into other people since it's overflowing. It overflows into us, and then we get to hold this overflow into other people. I feel like when we choose otherwise, it's like, what are you doing? It's like, instead of giving your overflow into someone else's cup, you're pouring it on the floor. And then starting to fight with somebody. That's how it feels like. That's why I was like, oh wow, what a powerful, like, just thing to pop up in my feed. And good godly timing too. Where it's like, you know, the world has failed us in all kinds of aspects. And you know, a lot of people who haven't grown up in godly homes and stuff face what is not real love. That's why when we speak the good news in love, it really moves people to repentance. Because it's like, wow, you've met me with something I've never known, and I'm meeting you with just more of world-like actions and behaviors, and you do not, you know, punch me or stuff like that. You know, loving your enemy enough or so powerfully that it moves them to repentance. Because we give them the action of, that's not typical, you know? We don't fight back because we know who we are. In that kind of sense. Like, we stand our ground, obviously, but not in the way that it hurts people. Even when we have to speak truth and be firm with people, we're just doing it in the way that we understand where they've been, and we just want them to be saved. Not that we're fighting them and being all firm and stuff because we want to be right. And I think I put it on our Discord. Maybe I didn't. I know I like saved it or something. Or maybe I didn't. I don't remember. But it's just like this guy. I don't know who he is. But he was talking with this other Christian. And they were having a discussion. And he all of a sudden asks, like, do you think people who commit suicide go to heaven? Do you think Christians who commit suicide go to heaven? And he ended up disregarding it. And he was like, we're talking about this, you know, about God. And he just wanted to be right. And he was like, he felt good because he was like, I was right in the conversation, you know, trying to school him about this thing about God. And then a friend of his was like, do you know why he asked you that in the middle of this conversation? He was like, no. And he knew something was coming. And he was like, because his wife committed suicide a year ago. And I was like, oh, man. And then he got really, like, teared up about it because he was like, you know, in that moment where I should have been a friend to someone, I was just trying to be right. Oh, hi, Richard. But his friend was in sorrow that he lost his wife. That's not how we love our neighbor. And that's not how we love our brothers and sisters in Christ. So we end up getting it. We're sad. But that's just the reality of the world, unfortunately. But it's gonna be okay though. Because even if other people fall short and they don't meet people where they need to be, God will always meet them where they're at. And he will keep bringing more of his children to help push that love and kindness for people. Hi, Patricia. You want to meow into the microphone? Oh, you're licking my tears. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. I don't know. For me, it's always like, I'm always very sad when people are in despair. And I've already said that a few times during maybe a stream. I don't remember. I feel like I talked about that very recently. I don't like people being in despair. Especially when you know hope is real. But it is hard to keep hope on the forefront when things are really hard. But there is always hope. Yes, that's right, Patricia. Ooh. Ooh. There she goes. All right, bye, Patricia. Thanks for licking my tears away, question mark. I think that's what it felt like she was doing, but I didn't really like feel her tongue. This is kind of funny. Ooh, doggy. All right. I know it's just weird to wrap up after such an emotional night. Where do we go from here? I guess to bed, maybe, question mark. Unless you're like on the opposite side of the world where you're just starting your day. Then I left you a lot of food for thought. Yeah, I found that I don't like hurt or hate. I'll laugh and call out irony, bureaucracy, and absurdity, but true hate and pain is just sad. Yeah, exactly. True hate and pain is just sad. And it's one of those things where it's just like, wow. People do it for fun. People do it because they want to. That's just the way of the world, unfortunately. People just like hating. It's crazy. People love hurting. It's crazy. They are evil and wicked. And as time has passed, a lot of things that are no good is normalized. It's crazy. That's my kind of edginess. I mean, it's okay to just laugh and call out irony or in absurdity. But you're not like doing it in a like harmful way or anything crazy. Whew. Ooh. I like the idea of people butting heads and moving on, but they can't. It's sad. Yeah. Sometimes we do need discussions, but sometimes people just turn into fights. I know that happens a lot. I haven't seen it too much. But I see it a lot on some posts that do pop up in my feed. Well, not like a lot, but the posts that do pop up in my feed are like, I remember before I was a Christian, or in my early walks of a Christian, there was the whole thing about like people who commit suicide, do they go to heaven or not? And the whole notion of like them going to hell And I remember in my early walks of life, I was just like, you know what? I was even talking about it with Vice. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Why they just go to hell? That doesn't make sense. And I was like, because the enemy torments you and tricks you into killing yourself. It makes your life hard and convinces you to end it all. So it kind of tricks you into using your own will to end your life, so you don't get to accept the glory and goodness of salvation or get to fulfill your purpose or something. Like, the enemy's trying to rob something of you if he's trying to rob your life. I mean, the enemy's always trying to work at us and stuff, but I was like, that just doesn't sound right. Until much later that I realized it's part of Catholicism, I think, that says that. And I know, and it's always like pinpointed at Catholicism, all these arguments too. Oh, I mean, there's all these other denominations saying stuff like that. And then I remember seeing a post where someone was like, you know what? Like, someone was like, are you aware that you're saying that everyone else and every different denominations will go to hell, but not yours? And then this person was like, yeah. And then it's like, and the way the attitude was carried and stuff was so tragic. Where it's like, no, God died for everyone. You just can't say all of a sudden that he only died for this denomination. That's not right. What about all the places that don't even have denominations that believe in the Lord, have come to know the Lord throughout different means? You know, God is everywhere. He's been speaking to his people for so long. It's kind of crazy how it's turned into this self-righteous and all this stuff. That's why I'm like, I think the core piece that's missing sometimes in these discussions is the heart of Christ. If we can't love our neighbors, if we can't love one another, to just be able to keep quiet and just be like, you know what, let's discuss, instead of fight and threaten each other and say mean words and curse and all this stuff. It's just like, what are you doing? You're just fueling fire for the enemy. And I always think about, like, you know, for me, I remember being like, I mean, I wish I knew someone who was a Christian so they could help me find Jesus. You know, I just want to know more about scripture and stuff like that. Like, there was that desire. But I didn't know. I also wasn't online all the time. I've never been really an online person. That's why a lot of things go over my head. Because I've never been chronically online. I've been chronically in books. But it's just like, it's really sad that that's what the unbelievers get to see happen unfold in the Christian side of tweets and stuff, of like us at each other's throats. And it's like, wow, if I'm trying to look for salvation, trying to find someone to help me learn about God, and all these people are just like at each other's throats, calling each other's names, it's just like, that's no different than what's happening in the world. It could create the sense of discouragement and pursuit. That's why I'm just like, man, we gotta remember to be self-aware, because we could be someone's role model or someone's influence of like, oh, this guy or girl is a Christian and they're behaving like this. I guess it's okay to behave like this as long as you're doing it in the name of God. And that creates a whole can of worms of like, but this so-and-so did this, and it's just a whole mess. Excuse me. Enemy tries to corrupt us, but God knows our nature. Even if we make a mistake, I don't know if that's considered sin, but doubt's unforgivable if it is. Yeah, it's one of those things where some people are like worried that certain sins are unforgivable. But the thing about that is, like, the unforgivable sin is just not, is the disbelief of Jesus and not acknowledging his works on the cross and stuff like that. Just like not straight up believing in God after all the efforts and stuff. That's the unforgivable sin, that you just denied Jesus straight up. You're like, you know what, I don't want anything to do with you. That's why people get sent to hell. Not all this like weird of like, oh, you do this and do that, blah 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 blah, God sends you to hell. No, it's people who send themselves to hell, not God. I watched this one video and I feel like it explains a lot of things really well too, where the enemy will sometimes say certain things that make you feel like you say, why God, instead of saying, why Satan. And it was really said in a really good way, because it's like the enemy tries to convince you of pushing you, of like trying to be perfect and all of these things and blah blah blah. So that way, when you realize you can't keep up, it's just like, well, you know what? If I'm just gonna sin, I'm just gonna enjoy it. You know, if I can't keep up with it, and all this stuff, and it's just like, why, God? When truly, it's just the enemy, just outside your window, saying things every 5 seconds. It's just like, no, get away from us. And it's something I kind of thought about too in the beginning of my walk with God, where I was like, you know what? The more I learn about God, the more I learn about the enemy, especially. I'm just like, you know, we're supposed to be God's powerful people, his children, full of light. When we're full of confidence and in the Lord, he will flee and stuff like that. So I was like, I've said it a few times too on stream, where it's like, God will never be taken down by the enemy. The enemy's just flying around, trying to make himself look like the big bad when he's already lost this battle like a bazillion years ago. Right from the get-go. But I was like, but how will he take down Christians? Like, how does he take down the church? He doesn't have enough energy to take down the church. He doesn't even have enough power to take down the church. He can't take us down. So what can he do? Have us be destroyed from the inside of the church. The inside of the body of Christ. The more we are against one another, the more the enemy... It's like we're just doing the enemy's work for him. For free. It's crazy. That's no good. Hi, Ami. Welcome back. I forgot to say that your Hunger Games VTuber, Christian Creed VTuber edition was pretty cool. Man, I wanted to win. Not like very big I wanted to win. I was very curious. You killed my son? I taught your son that you shouldn't be drinking drinks from strangers. I love doing it. It was pretty fun. I just wanted to 1v1 stealth tank. I can't wait to reveal my true form and then draw a reply to stealth tank art. Welcome, Abby. We just finished our game and it was very, very emotional. Now we're just talking about stuff. Talking about God. Talking about all kinds of stuff now. Having like our good discussions. It will be amazing. Nobody's ready. I'm excited. I should just draw it right now. I should be drawing. Man. But I haven't been drawing. I keep thinking about drawing it. Drawing just stuff in general. We'll see. That's always the hard part. But yeah. I just feel like sometimes we're doing the enemy's work for free. And that's no good. Watching all my friends' new stuff makes me excited. I know. I'm just like, God is making the moves, and I'm really excited to really add these new scenes already to the Discord, to OBS and stuff. And my rigger is gonna send me updates of my model moving on Monday. We cause division when we should be working together. So true, Ami. Exactly. And it keeps us distracted too. Trying to always one-up one another. Trying to always figure out like, oh, you're flawed here and you're flawed there. It's like, bruh, we're all flawed. What are you doing? This is why Jesus prayed that we have unity. Because he already knew. He already knew that the devil was just going to muck stuff up and ruin stuff for us. And then we're going to get caught up in all this stuff that he's mucking up. And then we're gonna be our own enemies when we are all striving to build the kingdom of God. We should not allow infighting between each other. And I know, like, it's kind of crazy because, like, reminds me of the current incident with VTubers expressing more of their faith, and some deny these people want to change their ways. It's kind of sad. I was just mentioning earlier, like, I'm not on Twitter a lot, but just to hear that, like, that's happening. I got to make a reply on Rabbit's Twitter post about it, and then this other girl who had recently also proclaimed her faith and has gained a lot of backfire because of her model. And it's just really sad. It's just really sad to see people declare their faith, and people who are believers, instead of opening their hands and being like, that's great, let's do Bible study together, let's do some worship together sometime, let's be in scripture more of, or what's your story, what's your testimony, instead of being like curious and inviting and warm, people are quick to judge and quick to be like, you know what, you look this way though, I don't know if you're actually really saved. And I think that's the thing I really despise, when Christians decide who gets saved or not just based on appearance, based on lifestyle, based on your past. So they're like, I remember when that OnlyFans, I didn't even know who she was. There's just a girl with really bright hair going around social media, and she was proclaiming Christ, and she gave up her OnlyFans life, and was saved, and it was so beautiful. And then I remember on my timeline a long time ago, so many Christians being like, she's not saved. Nah. Have you seen her old life? And that's so crazy that Christians would scrutinize and be like, you know what? God can save everybody. God can meet everyone where they're at. But this girl, she was an OnlyFans. Definitely. She's not. How could you say that? God was able to meet you where you're at, but he can't do the same for somebody else because they had a different background story than you? That's crazy. People limiting God's power is insane. She might be doing better, but some are demanding she changes her model. On top of that, her mom is in the hospital right now. Man, it's the fact that people are also doing that whilst her mom is in the hospital. It's like, what are you doing? In times of struggle and despair, we're supposed to be the ones who help carry and be in a fellowship. We're just doing the enemy's work for free at that point. Like I said, what are we doing? There's this song that says, they will know us by our love. They will know we're Christians by our love. So it's like, what happens to the people who see on the outside that we are not showing love? And it's just like, man, it gets messy. One day I'll get my testimony out. Ooh, it'll be so exciting on me! Yay! I think getting our testimonies out are pretty cool, because a lot of people could be in your same life position and then get to listen to your testimony and be like, wow, I was in that same spot, and this person found hope, and they found Jesus. Jesus found them. That means Jesus can find me. That means I can find Jesus. That means Jesus can save my life. Jesus can give me the miracle I'm looking for. It's powerful. That's why I don't like when Christians all of a sudden turn a bad hand on people who are early in their walks and forget about the process of sanctification. Pastor Paul even talked about it in one of our Bible studies where, people can be saved. And it's so powerful. It's a miracle. But they still have to go through their process of sanctification. I remember I put it on her own post, and I said it in the Discord. I remember when I became a Christian and my model had a booba window. I didn't design her that way. That was just an adoptable. And I know that girl who's being judged by her model, that's also a free model. It's customizable. It only has its own limitations. It's beautiful, but it's also designed a certain way, and you could only do so much with it, unfortunately. And I remember I was like, oh, I can't stop streaming. Now obviously I'm not gonna be a flesh tuber. But I want to keep doing Bible studies and talking about how God saved my life and stuff. So I just kept streaming, and I would just have a little Bible cover my boob window, even have the Carino sit in front of me, or all kinds of stuff. So I wasn't ever inappropriate either. It's just that my model looked this way. And I remember someone coming in because we had a Christian tag, and it was crazy because I saw that person again in some other Christian streamers chat very recently, which is kind of crazy. And I remember they came in and just based on appearance alone just started saying mean things to me, and then all of a sudden saying that I was using God's name in vain or for something, like not like cursing, but like because I looked this way and had a Christian tag, and they had no idea who I was. They had no idea like what I was doing. They didn't no idea that I was, trying to tell people about Jesus and having Bible studies. They knew nothing about me, and they just came into my stream and were like persecuting me. And then even Vice was trying to like, say like, hey, I think he sent him a direct message about like church discipline, like, hey, but like it was still like crazy to have like, I know like Heist was there in stream and he was defending and like standing up for me and other people too. And it's kind of crazy that like, it's no knowledge that Heist is an atheist. And he, for him to defend me against someone who proclaims they're a Christian, like what does that look like to the outsider? Kind of thing. It's like, wow, this Christian came in to persecute Melinda, and people know who I am, or like, who I am. Just to think of like, man, it's crazy. And I was putting on a tweet of like, I can't remember if it was Rabbits or not, or if it was in the Discord, of like, me being on my own journey and path, a walk with Jesus and learning so much more and learning more about him, learning more about scripture. This could have been the key point for this one person to be like, hey, like they could have asked questions to be like, hey, how long have you been a Christian? And I could have been like, a few months now. Or I could have been like, oh, a few months. I can't remember if I was baptized before or after that incident. And, or I could be like, I'm thinking about being baptized, or I didn't have to think about it. I was like, I am. And it could have been a whole different encounter, a whole different meeting. And that because I can remember it, it's just like, that's the impact. Finally changing. Like, it's one of those things where I added the Christian tag because I knew the enemy was going to keep beating people around. And I was like, no, I gotta put myself out there. I gotta proclaim my faith, and I gotta, start helping others also understand. And it's just crazy for them to just come in with a heart. So like, no, you're not Christian. No, can't be. Just by looks alone. It was so awful. It felt so bad. I felt like crying on that stream because I was just like, all of a sudden someone's just calling me all these things and falsely accusing me of all this stuff, and I just felt so bad. And I felt like crying, and I felt so frustrated, and I felt upset because I was just like, why are you attacking me? Like, why are you doing this? And it just felt so bad. And that's just like, you could have been a good stepping stone of like, or a connecting stone or something of helping me grow in my faith. But instead you persecute me and say I'm not a Christian without even knowing who I am, and only judging and only leaning on your own understanding. And that's really awful. And I wasn't even like a sinful, blue tuber or anything like that. I wasn't doing anything inappropriate. We're just playing Mahjong that stream. That's it. We're just trying to learn Mahjong. I even kept myself covered up. And it was just meant with persecution. And I was like, wow. If I didn't have Vice, if I had just been solo in my like walk, or it's kind of hard to imagine because I had always had God as a child too. But I was just like, man, imagine that you could have been for me, like Vice was the person who helped me get to Jesus. Like that was like the one person in my life that was the pivotal moment in my life. I was like, oh, I found Jesus because this one person knows Jesus and he helped me find Jesus. And let's say I didn't have that pivotal person. Let's say I was just super new and everything, and you came into my stream and just persecuted me, then what am I gonna do? It's just like, wow, a Christian came into the stream and I didn't even get to ask you any questions. I didn't even get to say anything. You just started spouting things at me. You didn't even give me room to like explain myself or who I was. And then we had to ban them. I was like, wow, if I didn't have that kind of support, I'm just like, what would have that look like? You know? And Christians gotta be careful about that, because you could be the person like Vice in my life who helps me find Jesus, or you become the person who scrutinizes people and hurts them and makes them scared. It's just like I'm trying to walk out in faith, and you're yelling at me that I'm not meeting this picture, this standard, and I don't know what to do. Like, you know, this is all I know, and I'm trying to know Jesus more. And that's why it makes me really sad, because people are trying to escape the world, and Christians are pushing them back into it with their judgment and their hateful words and their criticism, when they too are also sinners and fall short and sometimes compromise with their flesh and make mistakes and lean on their own understandings. Christians doesn't mean that we're perfect. Christians just means that we know who Jesus is and we are in Christ, but we are in no way, no form perfect. As much as we want to replicate Jesus, we can never get that far. And so that's why I'm so like, oh man, just to hear that people are being mean, being not accepting. It's like one of those things where we don't affirm people's sin, but we still love them. And in love, we will show them the truth. And in love, we will show them why this is sinful, why this is bad, why this has been harming their lives. And in that love and truth, they'll get to see, like, oh, you're right. Like, this thing that I did, I thought it was okay and I thought it was good, but in reality, it's killing me on the inside. In reality, it's bad. In reality, it's not doing me any good. Because even before I became a Christian, I was like, there's things I don't want to give up. And then I was like, wait a minute, but these things suck. I don't want these in my life anymore. You know? So it's always really important to realize, like, our words are really important for us to speak life over people, especially when they proclaim faith. Because even if their faith is really small, God can work with that. So we got to be able to work with that too. And not set these expectations that we don't even meet on other people. People judging people's souls is never good. Only God can judge the soul of their eternal faith, not us. Exactly. When we put on the hat of a judge, it's like, no. We are in no way the judge, because our feelings and heart is fickle and wavering and stuff. Our flesh is weak, and we shouldn't be trying to make these big decisions. People forgot about Mary and Magdala. I thought about that too when I was talking to Vice about it this morning. I was just like, why are people going so crazy and like trying to throw people under the bus for their past and stuff? It's just like, there's Mary and Magdala. There's Paul. He literally was murdering people. And they become so prominent. I mean, even for like the apostles, they were hesitant about him actually being a Christian. People being doubtful is not anything new. But people coming to Christ is a powerful miracle that we gotta like help people and encourage them to keep walking in this direction. Not being like, no, you're not a Christian. You don't meet our standards. That's crazy. I have something for my young age. I want to be example to young people, but I'm still growing. But as I'm a model, I wanted to go against the classic male VTuber model. Something like super conventionally handsome or super feminine. I like your model, Ami. It's got a lot of character and it's so bright and cool. I love it. And I think that's great to have, be the light for the younger folks. They really need it. I feel like younger folks have been so consumed by social media and standards and all of this stuff and anxiety and mental health. And so it's really cool that, that you get to be someone in that similar age range and be able to be like, this is how God works in my life and how he continues to work in my life. Mary and Magdala had a past, but she was still a disciple. Exactly. A lot of everyone has a past, but it doesn't define who they are when they walk with Christ. It's the devil who calls you by sin, but it is Christ who calls you by name. God calls you by name. Your sins and everything, he's thrown into an ocean. Doesn't even remember. Gone. But people love to throw it in people's faces all the time. It's just like, you have a past too. What are you doing? Anyone who raises something against one another, it's like, no, you cannot raise it because you too have something that could be raised against you. Kind of thing. Good night, Vincent. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. And thanks for the cheers. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good, wonderful, good rest. Have a blessed Sunday. I almost said Monday, but you can still have a blessed Monday too. Thanks for hanging out. God bless you. Disco Sparkle. Yeah, I love that. Oh, your bottle actually looks like what you reflects what I look like. That's cool. I real lore. I don't have red hair. In case anyone was ever wondering. But I guess I did add that to my lore, honestly, that my original hair and eyes are actually in my initial look-see, which kind of worked out because when my mom was drawing my first model as an adoptable, it did have brown eyes and dark hair before it turned into red. I had a lot of experiences. The power of youth! The power of youth indeed! It's like when Paul was talking to Timothy. Power of youth! I have a lot of experience in the worst parts of my generation. I can relate to the worst parts and discuss how we can change. Yeah, let's go, Ami! We were just talking about that earlier before you came into stream. That, you know, life is hard. But there is so many joyous things to... oh, excuse me. To love about life. Even though when it is tough. Real Ami lore. I have big fluffy middle part and mullet, and I'm Asian. Let's go. We got Ami lore right here, right now. I kind of wanted my artist to give me curly hair, my curly hair, but I liked how it turned out. Oh, rabbit out there with curly hair. So much joy. First part of my name means joy. Oh, really? That's so cool, Ami. Man, learning so much more about Ami. I know for me, in my last name, Esperanza, it's always really funny when people ask, like, what does Esperanza mean? Or when they click together, it's like, oh, Esperanza means hope. It is in Espanol. Ami means love. That's so cool. I love that. Joy and love. As it should be. That's cool, Ami. That's cool. I feel like a joy just knowing that that's your name. That's cool. I love it. It's so creative. It's so cool. And it'll be like good, just like good conversation. When I first found her name, I thought it was Filipino. Understandable. Esperanza sounds very Filipino to me. I can't remember if it's Filipino that La Caballo is also the same word for horse or something like that. I remember there was one word that's exactly the same as Espanol as it in. Mostly because we were colonized by Spanish. You know, that makes a lot of sense. Because I was like, there's certain words that sound very similar to Espanol. My name means aggressive and into in nature or wild. Not a nature guy though. That's okay. They left us all their last name. You know what? Understandable. And they all sound Espanol. But now you know Esperanza is hope. Melinda Hope. That's what I'm here to do. Rekindle hope. Woo! Kind of thing. And that's what we need to do, honestly. Rekindle people's hope. Or, you know, even rekindle the start of hope. Woo. That's why we just gotta keep being kind to one another, showing love to one another. Someone is in need of hope in our lives, in our walks, and we get to be the person that gets to show them. Megalo, welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome in. Hope you were doing well today. We just finished the game. I know we're on the starting screen, but we finished it and we're just talking a lot about like life and God stuff, how to address Twitter drama. You guys switch around the names on different platforms. Yeah, on Twitter it's Melinda Hopes. Mostly because like I put it Hopes on Twitter because like if you put at Melinda Esperanza, I don't know if anyone's named the same way, but I thought it'd just be easier for people just to find Melinda Hopes. Deep thoughts. These deep thoughts indeed. This game though, if you've never played it, is so good. That's why we got into such deep thoughts. And then like other stuff too, but it's good. Life is worth living. And I feel like that was a good takeaway from this game. At least that was my takeaway from this game. Oh. We cried a lot. Well, I cried a lot. I'm sure people at home also cried. A bit here and there too. Whew. Here's a little silly. Read my D&D character. A 1980s wood-paneled Ford station wagon with a sentient AI. Hold on. A wood-paneled Ford station wagon with a sentient AI. You are essentially a transformer who doesn't transform kind of thing. Correct? That's pretty cool. I like that actually. It'd be cooler if you did get to transform. That'd be pretty sick. And then like later on you could pick up spells to mimic like other like wood stuff. Like let's say you could transform into a tree. Oh, or maybe you could cast illusion. If you, well, I guess it's kind of layering your character. Your own life is worth living. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Rabbit, for putting it into words. Your own life is worth living. Yeah, can't transform, but I do get turrets later. I mean, that's still a good buff. Very fantasy sci-fi, honestly. I'm usually a human fighter. Only one time have I done, what is it called? Swashbuckler, I think that's who I was when I was like forging names and stuff. His name was Tomoe. Unless I wasn't a swashbuckler. Maybe I wasn't a swashbuckler during that time. There's a lot going on in that adventure. But yeah, your own life is worth living. It's a Mad Max X fantasy and I beg my DM to be a car. You know, I mean, that makes sense. It could be a really good, funny introduction to your story of like, how did you meet your party? Well, I was just existing and I was sleeping and then the party decides to make a getaway and they end up just like hopping in and turning on the car and then driving away. And then when they were out of danger, I was like, so this might be a bad time to tell you that I'm sentient and that was not cool. And they'd be like, ah, and now we're a party. I myself have been a DM and at some point would like to run a Dungeons and Dragons for chat where you're, I was thinking I would have y'all pick your class, but it'd be kind of too much to like figure all that out. So I probably would just figure out the Caninos are also a tiny big warrior of hope. So you'd probably just be like a fighter class type who could use like light stuff and then just like have you be included in the story. And then we just go from there. It'd be pretty cool. I feel like that would help simplify the process. We could probably do like a hand cam of like doing the actual character sheet. I think that'd be cool. Be pretty cool. This was a good chat. And this was a good time cutting yours. I feel like it just didn't feel like a good time for closure, or I don't know. It just felt like too soon after we like did all the just play the games and did stuff to like close the game. Or I guess let's just come to a close, honestly. Oh, Marcus went to bed. I forgot. He wanted me to react to the one film that was gonna be made about Christ, and I forgot. Well, we don't usually stream this late, but I just wanted to still play this game and still figure out some stuff. I've been playing D&D since I was a wee lad. I love that you said wee lad. I usually like to say when I was a wee lass. So I try to make the most insane characters, the silliest little voices. I like to imagine like you're this big tough wood paneled Ford station that can cue Ford commercials that are like, this trunk can like carry 7 tons or whatever. And it's like, what is your name, sir? And you're like, hello, my name is Ford Station Wagon, and I'm here to kick butt. Or something crazy. That just reminds me, like, that's I feel like that's Jerry's play style, my friend. He doesn't like, I feel like he doesn't like some aspects of D&D. He doesn't like that, you know, it's just that the heroes win kind of thing. He doesn't like feeling that kind of pressure. For me, I don't mind because I'm always liking to be the hero and a folk hero and stuff like that. And so that's a me thing. But he does like to design his characters in a very specific way. Like his current one. Well, our D&D campaign has been a hiatus for like I don't even know how many years now. Well, I don't know if we'll ever get to it ever again, but he was a old Yakuza retired.
I'm here to kick butt and drink gasoline and all out of gasoline.
I also do Sonic impressions. They're never the voices of my D&D characters, but well, maybe for an NPC. I don't think I've ever given an NPC a Sonic voice. I think that became more of a streaming thing that I had a bit where I was like, I could do Sonic impressions. And then now everyone thinks I'm a very big fan of Sonic. I mean, I am a fan of Sonic, but not that big. Well, yeah, he was an old man Yakuza. So he was like an old man traveling with these younger folks, which is kind of funny. Oh, what is this? Oh, wow. Hold on. Oh, never mind. I saw that we had some unbanned requests, and I was like, oh, I've never seen that before. And there was one where I thought it was that one guy that we were like, oh, he came in and was trying to like dunk me for being a Christian when I was on my early walk, even though he was a Christian. But now it's another guy that we banned a long time ago that came in and was just trying to start an argument and stuff like that. I could do an accent that's very Gaelic. Is it Irish or is it Scottish? No one knows. I like that. That's pretty cool. Accents are really cool to implement into characters. Can't wait to ask you in person in November. So true. I think that's always my favorite joke that chat has created. In joke that if you just find me at a convention, be like, is that Melinda? And be like, uh-oh, gotta go fast. That's Melinda. Esperanza right there. Sometimes you just be that way. Sometimes you just start being Sonic all of a sudden. Let's see. Whew. Alright, Kitty News, that's been fun. I know if I don't wrap up now, we'll just be here for... Even though we were yapping, slow yapping, we will, you know me, I had to be queen of yapping. But it's time for us to call it a do at some point. I like how Xenoblade 2 made accents by giving people from different times different accents and giving the blades American accents. The blades have American accents? I did not know that. I knew that they had like different accents, all the characters. People were like, "What?" But I thought it was an interesting choice. I thought it was cool. I've never played Xenoblade, but I have for sure been recommended I should do Xenoblade. I don't know where to start though. Do I just start with Xenoblade 2? Is there a previous Xenoblade? So many questions. Let me see who's live right now. Some of those things, like, I don't even know. I feel like it's such like a, we were just like vibing, having so many good food for thought. I don't know like how to rate us over to anybody right now. Start with 1. I guess that makes sense. Xenoblade 1 and then Xenoblade 2. Is there a Xenoblade 3? That was the newest one, right? Xenoblade 3? It's hard to keep track, because there's like Fire Emblem with bazillions. Also, apparently connects to the Xenosaga series. There's a saga? Dang. That's funny. Well, not like funny, but it's just like, wow, it's a whole thing. Xenoblade and Xenoblade 10. Xenoblade X. Probably doesn't actually mean 10, it's just like X. What does that mean? Ooh. I will keep this in mind. Maybe I just put on my throne Xenoblade, the Switch version, and then put it right here. Oh. Alright, everyone. Time to call it a night. I gotta go sleep for church. For church tomorrow. Xenosaga and Xenogears also are Gnostic with Jesus being canon. Whoa. Well, now we definitely gotta go into Xenosaga and Xenogears. I wanna see. That's cool. Love that. Love that for them. That's good to see. Alright, cariños. This is where we say goodbye. And remember to drink some water, eat some good food for you, do some care for yourself, even if it's 5 to 15 minutes. Take some deep breaths. Remember to exhale all the negative emotions that you carry or hold. It's okay to feel them out. Even if you have like scribble it in your journal, or just scream in a pillow, cry in the shower. Just being able to get it out of your body is good. Good stream. Thanks for Abbott. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for everyone hanging out. Thank you, Lorkers, for good lork. I hope you enjoyed. We probably all cried together. The Western version was censored. Very censored, though. Ah, beans. We'll work our way around it. We'll figure it out. But remember, there is hope. There is always hope. Hope is on your side. You are beloved by God, and it's gonna be okay. Whatever you're facing right now, it's gonna be okay. I pray over you and everyone who watches in the future that the Lord have you in his hands and he see you through it. And know that even if you don't know who he is, or if you don't know how to pray, know that Melinda is praying for you out there in the world. For you to be okay. For you to know that you are loved. And for you to keep holding on to hope. Just like how I have held on to hope. Yeah. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Alright, cariños. I don't know who to rate over. Mostly because I feel like I'm just not emotionally or nor mentally ready to just like lurk in someone's stream or like say hello. Kind of thing. So I'll probably just end stream here. And then everyone can go visit people that they support. And so that is live in their feed. And those who are going to sleep, I hope you'll have a good rest. Have a blessed Sunday morning. And I will see you all next time. Oh yeah, tomorrow. I'll see y'all tomorrow for Bible study. I'll figure out which Bible study to stream. I'm leaning towards Matthew, one from Pastor Paul for Matthew. I do want to start St. John, but I think he had a really good one for Matthew, so we'll see. But I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!